Good afternoon from the Scoreboard Bar and Grill at Cedar Creek. We don't have that final injury report for the Titans and the Chargers, but some things that we do know around the NFL, especially with the Chiefs. Travis Kelce and Clyde Edwards-Helaire are both listed as questionable for the Sunday game between the Chiefs and the Jaguars. Apparently, the Alabama Crimson Tide agrees with everybody in America that watched that game between Texas and Alabama that Jalen Milroe sucks. So Tyler Buckner, the transfer sophomore from Notre Dame, will be getting the start tomorrow against South Florida. And for all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, what you need to do is you need to go to USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air Friday before the big weekend. Tennessee, Florida, Titans, Chargers, South Carolina, Georgia.
We accept them as well.
TSU, Gardner-Webb. I know that's coming up.
The John A. Mary Classic going on this weekend. Snuck up on us, finally.
Yep. What else we got? High school football tonight.
Yep.
Broadcasting live today on a beautiful day in the Music City. Brent Doherty with you at Cedar Creek Marina, the new Scoreboard Bar and Grill location. We were here last Friday.
It was wild.
By about, 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
4:30?
4:30, yep.
It started to pack it up in here, and it was live, man.
It was rocking and rolling, man.
People coming in off the lake, people coming in through the front door.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a big, long bar right when you walk into Scoreboard Bar and Grill here at Cedar Creek Marina. And then you can walk down the steps, and that's where we are on the stage. And we're on the water.
Yes. Dead on the water where the Gators will be.
Yep. Babs is in Athens, Ohio, in advance of Iowa State and Ohio. Ron Slay is right here.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Let's see.
This kind got no rule. This kind got no rule.
No rule.
No rule. No rule. No rule. No rule.
Well, I'm hearing a lot of stuff out there.
About what?
A lot of stuff I just really ain't. I'm really not on board with. If I'm not mistaken, I think this hurts me to say, man. My guy came out. My guy Pan the Man, I think came out. I think he was asked maybe his prediction
on what?
On the Florida and the Tennessee game.
Yeah, Pan is a big Tennessee fan.
Yeah, and that's what I knew, y'all. But his answer didn't give me the satisfaction that he was a Tennessee fan. It fell under, I don't know if I can guarantee this because I'm not Ron Slay. And okay, so I want to clear that up. I know Pan's not Ron Slay. I do know that. I looked at my scholarship. It said that. I knew who I was, and I never expected nobody to be me. But when the blood runs deep like that.
Nobody's you.
Yeah, the orange blood runs deep like that. I'm trying to figure out what will make Pan not guarantee it when he knows who the better team is and what's going to happen when they're going to. See, I done heard Gator Mike on Ramon Kalen Will. I done heard Ali call in. I done heard all these callers, these longtime listeners call in. And you know what? I used to sound just like them when I was unsure about the Vols. When we were trash, when we was in the bottom of the dumpster down there with the juice, with the maggots and all that, when we was down there having a field day, all the old popcorn, eating all that, I couldn't figure out how I was going to make it to the next game. And that's what the Gators are doing now. They're calling in with all the right things. Everybody wants to talk sensible now. That's not what you was doing when you was spanking us on the behind. So don't do it now. That's why I'm trying to tell all these Vols, Pan, boy, you better guarantee it. Believe in what you're supposed to believe in. Just like you stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance in class when you was little, stand up right now and pledge allegiance to the Vols, boy. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all Vols fans? We're going down there to handle business. And it's that simple. I got Gators in my car.
You got Gators in your car?
And I might pull them out. And I just
At the lake. You're going to pull out gators at the lake.
right here at the lake. I was alarmed by Pan. I was taken back.
How can you find gators that big is my question.
Hey, boy, I was a bad boy. I used to wear them on the charter flight, man. I used to come through gators, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. But, hey, we'll get into some more of that, yo. We'll get into a little bit more of that.
We definitely will, and we'll talk about keys to the game from both sides of it. We'll analyze this thing properly, but, right. I'm sure Slay will be fired up from time to time.
Fired up. The fire don't go. Call the fire department, call the security guards, call the Coast Guard, because we on the water. If they can put me out, more power to them, but I doubt it. They got a fight on their hands.
Still waiting for the Titans injury report. Not spotted at practice, according to Jim Wyatt earlier. Peter Skoronski, that was a new one.
Yeah, that was slid by us on that one. Like,
he slick missed practice.
We were talking about how great he was. Like, what happened?
Amani Hooker with the concussion protocol. Christian Fulton, DeAndre Hopkins not seen in practice. Let's see. What else do we have?
Are they delaying the injury report? They got to be delaying it.
It usually comes down right about when we're on the air, so it'll come soon.
Okay.
Chargers at Titans. Chargers a 3-point favorite. Noon CBS. Kickoff temperature 76 degrees.
Hell, perfect weather.
How about that?
Perfect weather, baby.
Boy,
perfect weather.
It'll be hot over at the Titans official tailgate, though.
Oh, that's gonna be scorching. That's starting in the morning. It's gonna be good and hot. It is climate control, though, y'all, so feel free to come on. We got AC.
You got to step away from the jokes for a second.
Yeah, let me just say this. We ain't going to be up there sweating. We're going to feel real good.
Announcers for the game, Tom McCarthy, play-by-play. The analysts will be James Lofton and Jay Feely. The Titans will wear white jerseys and navy blue pants.
Okay.
The Chargers will wear the powder blue jerseys with white pants.
Hey. Sound like an outfit. A nice matching outfit right there.
Coming up at 3:20, we'll get a little inside the Chargers and what's going on with Ryan Deerod, who covers them, host of the Believe in LA Football, founder of the LA Football Network. He'll hop on at 3:20. Mark Mariani, Moonshine. We'll talk Chargers, Titans, and offer a blood in the water pick at 3:45. At 4:20, VFL, former Tennessee safety, Fred White.
Hit him hard, White Deuce.
SEC champ in 1997 and 1998, national champ in 1998 at Double Cover 2 in advance of his visit with us. He'll talk about the Tennessee passing game miscues. Joe Milton caught a lot early on that, and then I think it shifted more toward the wide receivers. And I saw Fred White talking about how, as a defensive back, he said this, but if the wide receiver gets his hands on the ball, that's his.
See what I'm saying?
It's got to be his.
That's a lot of guys think like that.
We'll talk about that with him. Also, he's a big fan of Aaron Beasley.
Oh.
Who leads the nation in tackles for loss. Aaron Beasley.
Dog walking season is upon us.
Former Titans linebacker Keith Bullock will join us at 5 o'clock as well. Chargers running back Austin Eckler went on the radio, told people to pick up his backup, Joshua Kelly, for fantasy football reasons. Might be a little insight into.
Eckler is so involved with fantasy football.
He is.
Like, dude, he went out last year and told, I think, everybody that picked him up he was going to send a signed jersey or something weird. He had something weird going on last year. He is so involved in social media, man. Man, that would give me such a headache. Like,
let's do this. We've got so much information for y'all.
Okay.
But it is a Friday on 3HL, which means Trash Talk Friday.
Yes.
But it also means, what did you just say?
Friday!
And that can definitely happen when you come see us at Scoreboard Bar and Grill at the new location, which is at Cedar Creek Marina. Russell that works with us, wanted us to pass along to y'all that listeners can come here and register to win a pair of Tennessee UT San Antonio tickets. You can get wristbands to Scoreboard's bourbon tasting and Low Country Boil on September 23rd, plus other great prizes. You can see, where's Ecky Bop? He's got his head leaned back over there.
He's leaning.
Ecky Bop's got a table, so see him. Also, we've got the Beat Brent and Slay contest where you pick winners. Not point spreads, but there are 7 football games. You pick the winners. And you could win.
Don't ask us who the winner is either. We don't know.
We don't know. They keep that from us.
It's hidden.
I just assume that we win every week.
I'm going with that too, y'all.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we win every week.
Yeah.
I ain't lost yet. It's been going for 2 years.
But you can fill this out. The winner gets $250 in gift cards and prizes. So all that going down today. So do you want to go to the phones right now? Want to just go ahead and do it?
Light it up!
Mac in Columbia at 615-737-1045. Mac, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Slate?
What's up, baby?
Hey, did you ever find that Rivalry pack I told you about?
Did I find that what, the lighter pack?
No, the Arby's jars I told you about. I put it on your Twitter page.
No, I do remember. No, I didn't find it yet, man. I ain't have time to go on the search for it yet, brother. If you get it, you got me one.
All right, but I'll tell you this now. On behalf of Florida State fans, we giving y'all a vote of confidence, and we want y'all to go down there and barbecue them Gators.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We joining forces, baby. We're like voting.
Hey, I always vote for anybody against the Gators, the Hurricanes, and Clemson. I can't stand neither of them three teams. I was glad y'all won Clemson in the bowl game. And if we beat them next Saturday, please do what you do with Kentucky and have me out sound for the Tigers and stuff for the kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There
that's
you
what
go.
I'm talking about, man.
Hey, thanks, Mac, man. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you.
You too.
This season, this is a gift that keeps on giving, man.
What season?
The Gator hating season.
Oh, Gator hating season.
Yeah, everybody like this stuff. Nobody like the Gators. I told them we don't like them.
I was explaining to someone at the bar one time. Well, Florida and Utah were playing.
Oh, okay.
And so lots of people were cheering for Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And this person next to me that didn't know much about college football was like, yeah, all these people in here, Utah fans? I'm like, no. It's anti-Florida.
That's all it is.
And listen, that comes from decades of success.
That's
you build up that hatred.
Man, see.
But it's not a rivalry to them, right? You got to encourage people to come to the stadium.
I think what was encouraging, and I think everybody should listen, Kevin Carter just came on Blaine and Mickey show, and he was saying it. Like, I'm telling y'all, the records don't matter, man. They don't like us. We don't like them. Like he said, man, yeah, I went 3-1 up there. But guess what? Hell yeah, it's a rivalry.
Well, I remember the one.
It's
1992. I was there.
He said it, too. He talked about that.
Yeah.
Said they gave us a shellacking up there. Yeah, man, it's different.
In the downpour.
Man, come on, dog.
Mose Phillips with the screen pass touchdown. Shout out, Mose.
It just means more, man, and this is the reason it means more.
Also, his kid doing things at Virginia Tech.
Is he?
Yeah, congrats there. Jason in the Borough will be up. No, we'll go ahead and do Jason. Sorry, Hunt.
Yeah, let's
Jason, what's up?
Hey guys, I got a shout out to you guys today. Also want to give it to Ramon, Will, and Kayla in the morning. You grab that fresh pair of Gators. I'm gonna grab that fresh pair of Gators on Sunday morning because I'm gonna skin them. I'm gonna skin them Gators. I'm gonna slide them Gators boots on Sunday morning after that win.
That's right. That's right. You speak to the people at the
Go
heart,
Vols.
Jason.
Let's go.
You heard him. You heard him. Go Vols.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you,
Bring me
man.
some of them Gator legs.
Tennessee fans are confident.
This is
Florida fans, because they're a confident bunch too, they're just laying in the weeds, just kind of laughing at all this Tennessee confidence.
Man, them folks ain't in the weeds. That's what I was trying to explain to them last year when they had to come up on Rocket Top, and I said, man, where all the calls at? Same thing for the Alabama fans. Where all the calls at through in the week? They know what they up against, and they know what their team look like.
615-737-1045, always the number. We're going to check in and get a Chargers report. Ryan Dyrud will join us next from the Believe Podcast Network. Come see us. We are at Scoreboard Bar and Grill, Cedar Creek Marina. We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Let's go. What's happening, good people? Ron Slay, and I got to bring it to you. What am I bringing you? Genetic stress, hormones, aging, all natural and inevitable factors that lead to the hair loss. Fortunately, there is a proven way to reverse common and even rare patterns of balding. Using groundbreaking technology, Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment regrows your own natural hair, even in those places where it's disappeared for years. And it works for men and women across all ages. Advanced Hair is breakthrough technology, and top-rated physicians have improved tens of thousands of lives, but time is of the essence. Hair loss from natural factors can eventually reach a point of no return. So schedule your free consultation today and find out if you qualify for $500 off. Call 629-348-HAIR We might not be able to prevent all the causes of hair loss, but you can regrow your own natural hair with advanced hair one-day treatment. Hit them up, 629-348-HAIR, one-day treatment, life-changing results right now, advancedhair.com.
All right. Maybe you were a little stressed with what happened last week, and maybe you're a little stressed with, a little Florida-Tennessee weekend coming up. Well, maybe you need to go visit a Moment's Peace salon and day spa. They have everything all under one roof. That's the beauty of it. You go to one place and you can get a massage or a manicure or pedicure, sunless tanning, waxing, facial, skincare, get your hair done, your makeup done. They do it all at a Moment's Peace salon and day spa. They are in Cool Springs across Interstate 65 from Galleria Mall. It's right at the intersection of Carruthers Parkway and Bakers Bridge Avenue. And here's the deal. Let's say you want to give somebody a gift. They make it really easy for you. All you have to do is go to their website, amomentspeace.com. Grab a gift card 24/7 at amomentspeace.com or give them a call. You want to do something special and make it big? They can help you out. 615-224-0770. Go see my friends at a Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa.
So this is a small bird, too, for
That's
someone
right.
that's never seen a
Yeah.
bobwhite before. It's this little round softball.
That's right. Yeah, they're not much bigger than my fist. They've got little legs, but they're a ground nesting, ground dwelling bird. If they never have to fly in their life, they wouldn't. Right? They just do that to get away from hawks and owls for the most part, or hunters. What they need is largely herbaceous plant communities. Right? So they need wildflowers. They need a small proportion of grasses. I don't need vast grasslands, right? I need stuff that most people would call weeds. Those are providing good brood cover, good nesting cover, a lot of insects, right? That's what chicks need to develop early.
Bridgestone Firestone is a quail focus
It
or
is.
focal area. So tell us a little bit why.
Yeah, it's largely because there are very few places that have wild quail in the state of Tennessee anymore. And there's dozens of different factors that lead into that, right? Everybody wants to jump right to predators, but it's a habitat issue, right? It's a landscape change, whether we're talking about development or whether we're talking about fire not being on the landscape anymore, or fields and young forests progressing into closed canopy forest, right? So the farm, just by nature of it being an open landscape that's been maintained that way, has held on to some birds. And compared to most other places in the state, we're one of the very few. On top of that, the potential for growing that population, it's higher here than just about anywhere else.
3HL 1045, The Zone, broadcasting live from Scoreboard Bar and Grill, the new location. We're on the water. Cedar Creek Marina. Come by and see us. Doesn't beer taste better on the water or near the water?
Oh, without question. You don't even get as drunk at that fast. On land, you get fried quick. On the water, you get fried slow.
I told you about the big bar that they've got right when you walk in.
Yeah.
And then they've got this dock bar that we're on. We're actually on the water. And this is cool, man. They got fans around, and, like, the breeze coming off the water is pretty nice, too. And then there's a boat that – What? What's wrong?
I really don't want you to tell them about that other one.
Yeah, okay.
That's kind of like a hideout.
It was kind of our hideout
Yeah, well, it was
for
cool.
a minute.
Yeah, the Arlo ran it hot.
Arlo that runs this place, y'all might know him. If you come anywhere near this area of Middle Tennessee, you've probably run into Arlo.
At some point.
If you've been on this lake, I guarantee you've run into Arlo.
Yeah, facts.
So, yeah, he walks around with some half sweet tea, half non-sweet tea, regular tea.
Yeah.
I didn't even know people did that in the South.
I didn't either. I thought
it was all sweet tea.
Yeah, me too. But he said it put a lot of sugar in it.
Chargers Titans coming up at noon on CBS. Chargers favored by 3. You want to get a little Chargers report?
Yeah, get it to us.
Yep, Brent Doherty, Ron Slay. Let's welcome in Ryan Dyrud, host of the Believe in LA Football, founder of the LA Football Network. Ryan, what's up? How are you, man?
What's up, fellas? Thanks for having me. And yes, I agree. Beer always tastes a little better on the water. Can't disagree that.
Yeah, you would know, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we got to get out here in LA. That's for sure.
Isn't it crazy that in week 2 we're all monitoring these injury reports like it's like week 12, like high-profile players?
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, just off the top, I'm sure we get to it, but Austin Eckler for the Chargers, doubtful. Joey Bosa, doubtful. Eric Kendricks, doubtful. Or Joey Bosa's questionable, excuse me. So, I mean, they already got big names that are looking like they might be out this weekend.
Yeah, what is the impact of Eric Kendricks? I know inside linebacker starts. Everybody, I think, around here knows what Eckler and Joey Bosa bring to the table. How valuable is Eric Kendricks?
Yeah, he's huge. I mean, still kind of new to the team joining this offseason, but just such a vocal leader and a veteran, even though he's new to the team and the organization, is still that vet presence, especially, running alongside Kenneth Murray, who's still a younger linebacker. They just drafted Deion Henley, who's, a rookie this year. So it's a youthful group, and he's kind of the voice of reason, if you will, the veteran presence. And, he's from L.A., went to UCLA here, so he's definitely a fan favorite. So if he can't go Sunday, I mean, that's a big loss. And we saw the defense perform last week, and so it can't get much worse than that, but it definitely won't help if he's not able to kind of man the middle of that front.
Obviously, Austin Eckler had a huge game in week 1. He went on the radio, told people to pick up his backup, Joshua Kelly, for fantasy football. He's so, like Slay mentioned it earlier, Eckler is so into fantasy football. It's hilarious.
Crazy, yeah. And he does so many media bits. He's on streaming Twitch. He's a big gamer. He's a man of the people, I guess. So I didn't know you were allowed to talk that much about fantasy if you're an active player, but he does it 5 times a week. So I guess it's okay.
Speaking of Joshua Kelly, if he goes, very capable for sure. 16 carries, 91 yards last week with a touchdown. What kind of runner is he? What will Titans fans see from him?
Yeah, love Josh Kelly. He, UCLA alum. He's from SoCal even before that, so definitely a California kid, and finally kind of getting his true opportunity. As a rookie, he kind of played well in his first game, and then in game 2 fumbled, and just kind of that honestly kind of caught him off guard and shuffled him down the depth charts. Now he's finally kind of regained his footing, but he's a powerful runner. He can run really well, but between the tackles, he's a much better blocker than I think they're RB3 and Isaiah Spiller, so that's why he kind of gets that extra playing time. But he's elusive out of the backfield as a pass catcher too. He's definitely not as good as an Austin Eckler, but he's someone that can definitely catch the ball and create yards in space. So very capable. They'll obviously miss Eckler if he can't go, but he's a guy that they can definitely lean on, and Isaiah Spiller will be that short yardage, bigger back guy in that situation.
Talk about people leaning on someone, man. You sure got some weapons around. Your guy Justin Herbert, man, being able to look at those receivers out there and all of them standing like they want alley-oop passes, even though they're on the football field with Eckler and Kelly in the backfield. What's the maturation been like for a guy like Herbert coming into this season, and what's expected of him, and are you seeing that yet?
Yeah, it's a great question because, Herbert undoubtedly is a top 3, top 5 talent. Is he there yet? That, I guess, is for debate in terms of actual what he's accomplished. But he has all the tools. He has, no more excuses now. Not that he's really had a lot of excuses, but, a lot of people would blame the offensive coordinator, Joe Lombardi, his first 2 years and kind of holding him back. But now you have all these weapons. You have a new offensive coordinator in Kellen Moore that, hopefully will probably unleash him a bit more. And to answer your initial question, I mean, he's definitely embraced it. He's become a much more vocal leader in his early years, and even dating back to Oregon, he was always kind of a lead by example, much quieter guy, kind of behind the scenes. And there was an interview, I think, by Keenan Allen over the offseason. I can't remember what program he was on, but he said something to the tune of, like, Justin Herbert, the next step he needs to take is just, like, take command of the team. And a lot of people freaked out, like, oh, is he bad-mouthing his quarterback? But it was more so he just hadn't been that vocal leader yet. And this offseason and training camp, he was at in spades. I mean, he was leading every huddle like he didn't used to do that, or not every huddle, but leading every breakdown, much more vocal, calling guys out, telling them where to go, and much more vocal on the sideline. So he's definitely taken that next step in terms of leadership. Now we seem to see him close out games, and I know I'm getting long-winded here, but the defense last week was what lost the Chargers that game. But at the end of it, they had a minute 30 left, a couple timeouts to play with, and Justin Herbert had the ball, and all he needed was a field goal to win. And so those are those next steps you need to take to get in that Mahomes, Joe Burrow level, where I just think he's not quite there yet, as those end-of-the-game theatrics to kind of win the ball game when you put it on his shoulder.
Ryan Dyrud talking about the Chargers-Titans here in Nashville. Chargers by 3 noon Sunday, CBS. Would it surprise you? Like, we watched last week, and we were doing a Titans postgame show, and so we were watching the game while we were in the studio, and just back and forth like you said. And it's funny, the Chargers scored 34 points, but the over-under in this game is 45. It's funny how differently these games go week to week just based on matchups. What do you anticipate seeing from these two teams score-wise?
Yo.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, Britt Doherty, Ron Slay talking about the Chargers. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
36-34 game last week. The over-under on this one's 45.5.
That's amazing. You're supposed to be able to go put 40 by yourself.
By the way, Chargers by 2.5 now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, here we go. Here we go. That number dropped, didn't it? It was 3 at first, right?
It was 3.5, went down to 3, and then 2.5 today, I guess, because I just looked at it for the first time today. Ryan Tannehill's first start as the Titans quarterback came against the Chargers in October of 2019. Y'all might remember this game. The Titans won 23-20. Tannehill was 23 of 29, 312 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. The game ended when Chargers running back Melvin Gordon fumbled on the Titans' 1-yard line with 19 seconds left.
Man, Melvin Gordon, a dog, too. I love Melvin Gordon.
The other tie for Ryan Tannehill to the Chargers, that's the game last year where he got hurt.
Yeah.
So his first game as Titans quarterback, starting Titans quarterback, and then also got hurt last year against. The last 3 have been decided by 3 points or less.
And walking into this game, are you confident walking into this game, Euro? Because I know I am.
Ryan Dyrud is back with us. Ryan, sorry we lost you, man. We were just talking about confidence level of fan bases, because you look at this, the Titans have lost 8 consecutive regular season games. The Chargers have lost 4 out of their last 5 games. Where are we with the Charger fan confidence level?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. I got lost. But it's right now, I would say it's not great. I think going into the year, there was a lot of excitement, getting over that tough playoff loss to Jacksonville. Obviously, 27-point deficit they gave up. But coming into the season with some of the acquisitions, with the draft, with some of the things being said, from the coaching staff, some changes they made, specifically Kellen Moore as the OC, there was a ton of excitement, a ton of expectations, and then to lose like they did, kind of the same old song and dance of the defense, kind of letting them down at the end there. I would say it's a little wobbly right now. We'll just put it like that. They've had needed a little more beers in the lake, I think, to loosen them up. So if they go down 0-2, it's going to be real bad out here in LA.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun game, man. Ultimately, like from your perspective, covering the Chargers, what do you think happens? Who do you think wins? How do you think it goes down?
Well, it's funny. I mean, you guys, I'm sure, know this too. It's going to be such a different game than what Week 1 was, with all the offensive fireworks. No disrespect to Tannehill or the Titans offense, but it's going to be a lot more, methodical, kind of ground and pound, kind of try to lull you to sleep offense, if you will. And same with the Titans defense. You have a terrific, front 7 and front 4 specifically, and can do stuff on the back end. So I think it'll be a much tighter contest in terms of not just, putting up 70 points or whatever. But, I think the Chargers, when you look at it, at least on paper, they have all the pieces, even with the injuries, to at least, not run away with this, but at least pull out a victory. So, at the end of the day, I think the Chargers have the upper hand, and I think they'll get it done. But Titans are no slouch, and no matter who they have calling the signal caller in the center, it seems like they're in every single game, and it's always kind of a dogfight.
Ryan, really appreciate your perspective, man. Thank you for the visit.
Most definitely.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it for having me on. Enjoy the weekend, and have a great time at the game.
Yeah, go grab some water beers.
You know what?
What, Slay?
I'm listening.
What, Slay?
I'm listening to him, and I understand. Like, he's right. He's right. They do have the upper hand. Does that mean they're gonna win? No. I know y'all out there in L.A. I hate to bust his bubble, but it's like, yeah, y'all got the upper hand. Like, y'all full of roster. We're not hearing about all the injuries outside of Eckler, but y'all gonna lose coming down here, man. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'm out here to shame the devil, man. That's what I'm doing all week, shaming the devil, telling the truth, shaming the devil. Y'all going to lose coming down here.
Tennessee wins. Tennessee Titans win. TSU wins. All the Tennessee teams win. Vandy wins.
Come on, man.
TSU's going to beat Murray State.
Come on, man. Like, we ain't out here playing around in Tennessee. Not this week, man.
Memphis already won.
They won last night?
They won last night.
I was going to bet on them.
And not by 13.5, though.
Oh, I'm glad I ain't bet on them.
We spent so much time on that. Hunk, why are we breaking this? 3:33.
Because you said Mark Mariani's at 340.
3:45.
Yep.
Okay, then never mind.
I saw him doing the signal. I was like,
man, when Hunk's got those aviators on, he looks like taxi driver.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is his movie.
All right, let's go back to the phone. 615-737-1045. 615-737-1045. We got our man Zeph back in the studio. Let's go to Jordan in the Borough. Next up on 3HL. Jordan, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, Jordan?
Hey, how's it going? How you guys doing?
We ain't going great, man.
Good, Jordan.
What you got on your mind, man? I hope you got the right thing on your mind, because you're going to have the right thing on your belly if you're going for Tennessee come Saturday night.
No, I'm actually a Gators fan.
Boy! All right, this trash talk Friday. I'm going to let you have the flow. Go ahead, brother. What you got?
Yeah, I keep hearing everybody say this is a must-win for Napier and the Gators. That's true, but it's more of a must-win for Tennessee if they want to get back to that, name brand football they used to play back in the early 90s. I think this is more of a important game for Tennessee than it is for Florida. I mean, we have nothing to lose in this game. I hope we come out and throw the kitchen sink at them.
I feel that. That's what's up. I appreciate that, Jordan. So you don't think this is you don't think this gonna save a coach's job if y'all to win?
I mean, we coming into this season with no quarterback, we can't really. I didn't expect much from Napier. It's not really this isn't fair for him to. You can't judge him from this season. With the transfer portal quarterback, So
you're right. You're absolutely right. Hey, Jordan, I appreciate that, man. That right there, man. I love your confidence in your team, man. Keep on cheering them on. Y'all do what y'all got to do down there in Gainesville.
But they are going to judge him based on this season. They are.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell Jordan something, man.
Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate it, man.
Man, listen here, man. On behalf of Tennessee, we thank you. Y'all, this is what I'm saying. Y'all just saying this is another game. This is a throwaway game. Y'all didn't expect nothing out of Florida this year. You didn't expect nothing out of the quarterback. You didn't expect nothing out of your head coach that you gave. Like, you got, what do you got, 3 years, 4 years on? Come on, hey, man. We thank you from the bottom of our heart. We will take this victory. It means something to us. Y'all can act, Gator fans, y'all can act like it don't mean nothing to y'all. It means something to us, and we're going to treat it as such. So, carry on.
My wayward son.
What?
Can Florida limit Tennessee in the run game? That's one of the questions. Vols running back Jalen Wright has 4 career 100-yard games in his 3rd season. 2 of them have come in the first 2 games this year.
Well, pile on.
Averaging 9.3 yards per carry. Jalen Wright is 11th in the country with 116.5 yards per game.
That's something.
Utah ran it 30 times for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. McNeese State, who lost to Tarleton State.
Come on, talk to them.
Their lead running back averaged 4 yards per carry against Florida.
Pound the rock. Pound the rock. Put on more steam.
Now, Florida's going to want – it's the same thing. Florida's going to want to try to run the football too. The question is, can they? Because they don't want any part of Graham Mertz with 3rd and long. And I've got an unbelievable illustration later about why that is. So they're going to try to run the ball at Montrell Johnson, Trevor Etienne. They combined for 10 carries, 31 yards against Utah. Florida fell behind 24-3 in the fourth quarter. They have to run the ball, keep Mertz out of 3rd and long. Florida on 3rd down versus Utah. Let's go ahead and do it. 1, 2.
Might as well.
1 for 13.
What?
1 for 13. Their first conversion on 3rd down came in the fourth quarter with 11:53 to go. Their only conversion.
I mean, it's a lot of punting going on.
Graham Mertz on 3rd down was 5 of 10 with 1 interception, 34 yards. He was sacked once as well, and they were 1 for 10 in converting with him throwing the football.
Oh, we welcome it.
Average down and distance on 3rd down against Utah, 3rd down and 10.
Okay.
Florida has to run the football, present themselves with 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 5, something like that, not 3rd and long, because you know Tennessee's going to bring the pressure. Tennessee leads the nation with 11 sacks. Tennessee leads the nation with 25 tackles for a loss.
Yeah. Dog.
Which defense will be more disruptive? Well, I'm just going through them now. I'll repeat them later for those in the back.
That's all right.
Which defense will be more disruptive? Florida, 2 sacks on the season. Tennessee, 11.
Yeah.
Florida, 10 tackles for a loss. Tennessee, 25. Florida has yet to force a turnover. No fumbles recovered, no interceptions. Tennessee with 1 of each. 615-737-1045. You want more?
Give me some more.
Can D. Williams get loose for Tennessee? It's been close multiple times. D. Williams, 6th in the nation in return yardage, averaging 25 yards per punt return. That is a key for Tennessee. Can they pop one?
Yeah.
They've been close.
They so have. And
all right.
Napier been saying it, so talking into existence.
Mark Mariani joins us next. We'll get into Titans-Chargers with him. Also the blood in the water pick, which may involve that game. All that coming up as we broadcast live from Scoreboard Bar and Grill, Cedar Creek Marina. There's some orange in the crowd. We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
All right, you looking to buy a new home and you need cash now instead of having to wait for your current house to sell? Well, don't get ripped off by those I Buy Your House people. Call Loan Pronto instead. They have a dream home bridge loan going on right now. They can help you tap into your equity and get the cash you need, make a clean offer on your new home or your investment property with the cash to cover the down payment. Here's the deal. You can get cash in a matter of days. Very little paperwork, and usually no appraisal is needed. Go after the house you want, your dream home. And then when your current house sells, the bridge loan completely disappears. Call Loan Pronto, 615-499-5780. Ask about the Dream Home Bridge Loan now. LoanPronto.com, 615-499-5780. That's 615-499-5780. Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, NMLS ConsumerAccess.org.
You want to have the best lawn possible, the best lawn in the neighborhood? Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply can help you get that done. DickensSupply.com is the website. Trey Hartsook is with us now to tell you more. Trey.
Hey, bro, what's going on, man? Yeah, exactly like you said. Right now is the time of year where we want to make sure that we're overseeing. AOS is here. Come into Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply. Maybe you bought some stuff from some box stores and you're like, you know what, I've just given up on having a good lawn. Give us one chance to make it right. We have a 12-month process where if you get out in that lawn once a month, put down what we have on that turf plan, we can guarantee you that you're going to have the best lawn in the neighborhood. Also, this time of year, it's a great time to buy a machine. I know a lot of people think, heck, I'll just put that off till the spring and we'll revisit it then. But there's some really good sales going on right now all across the vendor list. So whether you want a Toro, a Spartan, a Ferris, a Wright Standard, you can get great deals on all that stuff. Also, on the two-cycle side of things, we carry Echo, Shindao, RedMax. So anything that the professionals use, you can get it at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply. Stop in and see us Monday through Friday, 7 to 4:30, 8 to 12 on Saturdays. If you can't get a hold of us, check us out online, DickensSupply.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone Friday edition. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Don Davenport is in Athens, Ohio. Iowa State against Ohio U. Coming up tomorrow morning. I think she's got the early game.
Yeah, probably. I think she could get on back and enjoy us spanking the Gators up. They did that on purpose.
Do you think Dawn would enjoy Tennessee spanking the Gators?
I'm gonna be honest. I believe so. I believe so. I think she'll like it either way. Just because she'll like to see us rebel.
I'm just messing with her. I would have said that even if she was living here. But.
Yeah, no, without question. I would answer the same way.
By the way, there are some giveaways. Make sure you see Eggy Bop. Look, he is relaxed, dude. He's like leaned back.
Eggy Bop. No bop.
He's got the prize table over there. He's got a bunch of stuff. So if you're here, make sure you go to the table and see what all Eggy Bop has to offer there. Also, you get to pick games. Beat Brent and Slay. Today's games: Tennessee at Florida, South Carolina at Georgia, Kansas State at Missouri.
That's right.
Northwestern at Duke, Chiefs, Jags, Browns, Steelers, Chargers, Titans. You could win $250 in gift cards and prizes. You've got your Gators on the table.
I do, man. I brought them with me. I brought them back from last year up in it was an event last year in Knoxville. A team from Florida came up and played, so decided to, skin a gator, bring some back and I went on a whole little safari looking for. I got Mike's Tiger Tooth at home. I got these pair of gators I brought back from the Florida game. I got a tusk from one of our partners, Big Al, down in Tuscaloosa, partner of mine from Tuscaloosa. So, there's just some artifacts I brought back just to let everybody know,
artifacts.
It's real, yeah.
I got you. Yeah. All right, Mark Mariani joins us now at Mark Mariani 80. We call him Moonshine, former Titans Pro Bowler. Mark, what's up? How are you?
Hey, what's shaking? Hey, Slay, I'm glad you got your vocal hands on whatever Justin from Smyrna. He was trashing you so early in the week on other shows, and I was like, listen, dude. I can't wait till my boy Slay gets his verbal mitts on this dude. Hey, give him a little something, dude. Give him a little shaking.
Moonshine, I've been looking for him, man. I thought he was going to pull up on us at Buffalo Wild Wings. He pull up on me,
He
man.
did call in, though.
He did call in, and he still sounded the same way, like he needed somebody to be ghostwriting his trash talk. So I don't let him pass.
Oh, hey, listen, man. I was like, hey, you can't be calling other shows and talking about my boy Slay like that. You call when he's on, and that is about it. All right, I've had enough of listening to that.
Mark, let's start with the injury report. Titans Chargers coming up this weekend. Titans with a couple of questionable players. Peter Skoronsky, which popped up today. With an
what
illness.
the heck is this, dude?
It's listed.
Oh, it
as
was an illness. All right.
Listen,
hey guys, it has been a roller coaster week for me. If you guys had given me the mic on Monday or Tuesday of this week, you would have seen a guy who wasn't even a Titans fan anymore, dude. I threw it all away, dude. I was done. I was ready to burn it down completely. As the week went on, the Chargers put out an injury report, and then I'm over here celebrating. And then Jim Wyatt puts out an injury report, and I'm in the dumps again. So I've been riding it hard this week, but I think I got focused up. But, I mean, seriously, it's like now Skoronsky's on this thing. It's the last thing we need.
Yeah, Skoronsky listed as questionable. DeAndre Hopkins also listed as questionable, has not practiced all week with an ankle. Happened on the last play of the game, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I didn't
get
to go back and watch it. What was it?
It was I was listening to Mickey and Blaine. I didn't know when it occurred. They said it was the 3rd down and 10 play at the end of the game that he came hobbling off.
Yeah, I need to go back and figure that one out. But, man, we need him out there. Everybody knows that, so – that would be devastating. What were you saying?
Out Amani Hooker with the concussion and Christian Fulton. Shocker.
I mean, dude, we talked about it last week. He's so pivotal for us. So someone else is going to have to come up and make some plays. I mean, listen, the bottom line is the Chargers ran all over the Dolphins last week, and we know first and foremost that that's a personal challenge for the boys up front. The Chargers are not going to be able to do that. So who's going to be making plays in the back end? I don't know, boys, but that one hurts a lot. And I hope it's a short-lived one. I mean, Amani Hooker's out there with 2 turnovers in the game. Who's going to get those? Yeah. I mean, we're only in week 2, boys. We're only in week 2. Why are we doing this?
That's what we were saying. It almost feels like a week 12 kind of injury report. For the Chargers, right. Joey Bosa listed as questionable. He was limited today. Austin Eckler did not practice all week. He's got an ankle. He's listed as doubtful. Eric Kendricks, their starting inside linebacker, has not practiced. He's listed as doubtful as well, and that's That's a sneaky, important player for them. Chris Rumpf, outside linebacker, doubtful, and Dalen Henley with a hamstring, linebacker, also doubtful. So you're right, man. A lot of injuries in week 2. How do you think this game goes? It's funny because we were talking with a guy that covers the Chargers, and last week it was 36-34. This week the over-under is 45.5. How do you see this game going?
Yeah. I think it's going to be a nasty fist fight. And honestly, like, we're as Titans fans, when you're in a 1-point game, you look at this and go, there are so many plays that made a difference against the Saints. And I just go back to this, and I think this is going to ring true throughout the season. I think the Saints are a really good football team, and I think the defense is nasty, and I think that offense is going to surprise some people. I ended up being extremely angry for about 48 hours about this loss that we took down in New Orleans. But, hey, listen, man, two-tone blue. During the home opener, I listened to the whole Cosell interview yesterday, you guys, which we all know he's one of the best in the business. And I have some mixed opinions on it, but I think what I took away from it and my film study today is Tannehill, first of all, he needed to play in the preseason. He looked very rusty, but I don't think it was as bad as the stats show. And I think at least 2 of the 3 picks could have been avoided. The third one was an absolute debacle, and he missed that completely and missed a complete wide-open touchdown if you want to even get more angry. But my point is it's time for our home opener. Two-tone blue are going to be out for some nasty revenge. And I'll tell you what, man, the Sharks are circling Nissan Stadium. I don't know why they're there. I can't figure out why they're there. I cannot figure out why they're there. But the Sharks are circling Nissan Stadium for the home opener. We owe the San Diego Chargers, the LA Chargers from last year at SoFi. I was there listen, Justin Herbert is an all-world player, and there's no doubt about that. And I think Khalil Mack has had his moments as well. Mm-hmm. They didn't touch Tua last week, by the way. Let's get that out there. But
You're right.
I think the loss of Austin Eckler in this offense is going to be absolutely massive. And 2, they're not going to run the ball on us like they did last week against the Dolphins. I think we stuff the run and make it real hard and nasty, and I think Tannehill, I want to say gets his head out. Maybe that's the wrong way to put it, but I think he plays a lot better this week. We'll see how D-Hop goes, but for some reason, boys, I was downtown earlier, and there were sharks in the Cumberland. There were sharks in the Cumberland, and there was a lot of two-tone blue dye in that water, and I don't know what the reason for that was.
Did you run into any players? Like, are we going straight down the blood in the water pick now?
Well, listen, we can dissect it all I want. I hurt myself today. I hurt myself on Wednesday, and I hurt myself today by going and watching that Saints film. Because I'll tell you what, man, there were so many plays that could have flipped the outcome of that game. And as you guys have been talking all week, when you win football games, even if it's by a point, you're having a whole different conversation about the outcome and everything than when you lose them. Everything's more magnified. Yeah. Tannehill played really bad, dude, really bad. But I think that first interception, 100% on D-Hop. And I think in that receiver room, you'll notice the breakdown of that route. He had a choice. He's got to go under the defender or over the defender. He goes over. If he goes under the defender, which we're all taught to do, there is wide open green grass. Second one, shot play, tip ball, good play, whatever. The third one is on Tanny, 100%, missed a touchdown. But I think it was a product of pass blocking earlier in the game. So anyway, long story to say, Tannehill's going to step it up this week, man. I thought the run blocking was amazing. I thought the Tim Kelly offense was a lot less predictable, a lot more fun. He schemed up some great stuff. That was fun to watch. I mean, we all saw the stats, but when you're scheming up the Titans, you have to think a little bit more. It's not just going to be first and Henry. It's not going to be run, pass. And he showed that week 1. I think that translates this week to a beat-up defense that let 36 go on them. We don't have the weapons that the Miami Dolphins have, but if you guys are ready, if Broadway's ready, if Nissan Stadium's ready, I'm ready to tell you why the Sharks are circling Nissan Stadium in downtown.
We got to get through that first. 16-50 Saints to win. What you got this week, Mark? Let's clear the slate.
Hey,
Give it to us, Zelf.
Hey,
Bring it in,
listen.
Zelf.
Hey, listen. Being a Titan. Hey, all right, we heard it. All right.
Then you turn it off, Zelf. Bring us the blood in the water pick, Zelf.
Hey, just a couple seconds. I know. There it is. All right, listen. Hey, listen. I know it's week 2. I know that it's week 2. And being a Titans diehard and driving the fan bus has been a hard responsibility the last 9 games. But the bottom line is this. They're giving us 3 points at home, Titans. They're giving us 3 points at home. We're the home dog at Nissan Stadium. Well, guess what, boys? We won them. We don't got those points. The home opener, Justin Herbert, get your butt in here. That D-line, RG's going to show you a little something. Jeffrey Simmons going to show you a little something. You don't get your little boy Austin Eckler to come in and help you out, man. Let's go. Hey, Mike Williams, we got something for you. We got something for those boys. Listen, man. And you know what? Here's what tipped the scale for me. I told you I had a rough week, man. You can ask my wife and kids, man. I was like up and down and all around. But here's what tipped the scale. It's two-tone blue. It is two-tone blue. Yeah. And we owe those LA Chargers a butt kicking in our house like they sent us home pissed off at SoFi last year. All right? And that's what tipped the scale. So two-tone nation, you go out there and you get loud. Because guess what? We don't want them. Hammer that money line. That's no 32. They're trying to come in the river. They're coming for you. It's SoFi.
Let's go, baby.
There he is. He's Mark Mariani at Mark Mariani. Hey, go drink a red beer or two, and then drink some brown water for us.
All right, you got it, boys. Have a great weekend.
I'll bring you Gator meat on Sunday, baby.
Listen. Hey, here's the other thing. Vols by double digits. You heard it here first. Yeah. You heard it here first, baby. You heard it here first. In the swamp, there's blood down there, too. The sharks are hunting. Vols by double digits. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark. All right, when we come back, Bama, do they have a new starting quarterback this week? Also, we'll get more into the weeds with Tennessee and Florida and the Chargers and the Titans and take more of your phone calls on a Trash Talk Friday, a Fried Friday on the lake, Cedar Creek Marina, Scoreboard Bar and Grill, 104.5 The Zone. MTSU football, the home opener is tomorrow at 6 o'clock against Murray State. Get ready, Blue Raider fans. The wait is almost over. Are you ready to get pumped up and show your support for MTSU Blue Raiders this season? Get ready for an unforgettable experience at Floyd Stadium for an unbeatable price, just $99. The MTSU Blue Raiders on a roll with back-to-back bowl win seasons, gearing up for 6 exciting home matchups. Don't miss out on the Blue Raider Beer Garden featuring local breweries inside the stadium and an extended family fun zone also inside the stadium. Get your tickets today. Be a part of the action at goblueraiders.com/tickets. That's goblueraiders.com/tickets. This is your chance to join the excitement and cheer on the Blue Raiders to victory. Hurry and secure your seat now before it's too late. MTSU football set to take on Murray State, the home opener at Floyd Stadium tomorrow at 6. Let's go Blue.
How about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville? Yes, you might be surprised at how affordable replacement windows are from Pella Windows and Doors, especially right now because they have an offer going on. If you tell them that you heard about them right here on The Zone from Dawn, here you go. This sale ends September 30th. Still got some time to do it. $250 instant rebate off per qualifying window, $500 instant rebate off per qualifying door, equal payments, 0% for 24 months. So yeah, go check them out, PellaNashville.com. They have those deals going on, and I'll tell you a little bit about my experience with Pella Windows and Doors. I had to get my windows replaced in my house and in my townhome, and they were phenomenal to work with. They were rated #1 by Nashville homeowners as the window brand worth paying more for and the leading window brand in Nashville. That was based on a 2022 survey of leading brands among homeowners, and I'm going to agree. They were awesome. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Go see them at PellaNashville.com.
Good afternoon from Scoreboard Bar and Grill at Cedar Creek, as we have got that final injury report for the Chargers and the Titans, and there's a lot of names on this thing for both teams. As a matter of fact, the ones you need to know: Austin Eckler is considered doubtful for the game on Sunday. Joey Bosa is listed as questionable. Now for the Titans, Christian Fulton and Amani Hooker are both going to be out on Sunday. DeAndre Hopkins as well as Peter Skoronski are listed as questionable. That being said, Tajay Spears, Tierre Tart, Dylan Radins, Traylon Burks, Trey Avery are all good to go for the Titans. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you on the lake at Cedar Creek Marina. Scoreboard Bar and Grill, new location. Did I mention that Ron Slay was here?
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Hey, I'm in the building. Best believe I'm in the building.
Better be ready.
I'm in the building. Calling on the roof. Time for the show.
Yeah, Gators ain't got no feet because we got them. Everybody got the Gator boots from last year.
Best believe.
Pull them out, baby.
What happens to Gators that don't have feet? What do? Just waddle around?
Yeah, they slither. They turn into a snake.
Like a little lizard.
Mm-hmm. It's rough on them in the water though, because they use their little feet. They use their little baby feet to pedal, and without them, because I got to pair them up here. I know it's a bad foot Gator going back to Gainesville last year. Because I brought these bad boys back from Knoxville in that nice little battle we had with some buddies of mine up there. Yep, up there kneeling. I appreciate it. Whatever the loathsome Gator was that went back home with no feet.
The loathsome Gator?
Yeah, I appreciate it. He got left behind. See, that's what we don't do as Vols fans. We don't leave one behind.
No.
We make sure everybody, even when we losing, we take everybody with us. Yeah, y'all left y'all buddy behind. Now he ain't got no feet.
Tennessee, a 6.5-point favorite at Florida. You can go back to 1976 where you can kind of find point spreads.
That's right.
Tennessee has never been more than a field goal point spread in Gainesville. Ever. Or 6.5. It popped down to 6 yesterday. That's where the buyback happened. So it's at 6.5. I'm like Mark Mariani, and I've gone through this outside of emotion.
I know you have.
And I've got all of these numbers and stats and all of these things that indicate to me that Tennessee wins by double digits.
Yeah.
I think that I think the 6-point spread is actually low, and I think it has to do with, number one, the history of the series, which ultimately has nothing to do with this game.
Right.
And number two, what Tennessee looked like against Austin Peay yesterday, which I actually think helps them this weekend.
Yeah, you got something to go back. You got a reference
There's
point.
no way the coaching staff doesn't have those players' attention after that.
The players gave it to them. They gave it to them. They gave them all the attention they needed right here. So, yeah, I'm with you, Yor. This is the first time you walk into this situation to me, and you know who the more superior team is. I think that's the problem with the rivalry. When we walk into it and we second guessing and we're like, man, it's going to be difficult to win in the swamp. It's because the talent level is so even. You know what I'm saying? And the coaching is right there. He got their guys, you know what I mean, got the ear to the guys. I don't believe you had it down there in Gainesville this year. And I think that's why it's been a lack of callers calling in as Florida fans, just like it was last year when y'all thought y'all was going to come on the hill and y'all didn't handle business. Now we back to this point again. Now everybody will be trying to speak in hindsight. One thing I don't do hindsight talking.
No, and to Justin and Smyrna's credit, he went looking for you on another show.
Yeah.
Then he did call our show.
Yeah.
And he went looking for you.
Yeah.
He's a Florida fan that's out there.
That's right.
And he's back. Justin and Smyrna next up on 3HL. Justin, what's up, man?
How's it going, fellas?
How many thousands of days is it since Tennessee's won in Gainesville?
Man, it's been about a lot. It's been about 7,296, and it's going to keep counting after this weekend. And the audacity, Slay, for the past 20 years, y'all been hiding in the bushes, and now y'all feel like y'all got a team. We're about to get the W this weekend and start building our program back to the prominence that we once was. So I'm going to tell you right now, your cousin's wife don't know how to cook gator. So don't even say you're going to make gator skin, gator legs, gator feet. It doesn't even matter. I'm ready for the smoke today. I answered the phone while I was in the middle of a hole changing a water meter out, so I didn't have my notes ready. But I'm ready for you today, Ron Slate.
My dog got his notes ready. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I do. I send you back to you. I send you back home, make you get your beat strong and tighter, and then come back out. That's what I do. I make you go home and write a remix, and that's what we're about to make.
I did. I wrote a remix, Justin? And I ripped my shirt off. Now you know you only got 1 or 2 shirts, brother. Don't you do that to your shirts. Now let me ask you this, Justin. Right here. So are you admitting y'all are down as Gators? Like y'all program is down in the dumps? Is that what you telling us? We ain't in the dumps, so we down. We'll never be as down as the Vols fan base. I'll tell you that right now. Goodwill was throwing y'all shirts away 2 years ago.
So you're the recycle bin next to the dumpster. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, we go straight to the racks, homie.
See, Justin, you got to have some comeback. You got to be – if you go call in on Trash Talk Friday, you got to be savvy enough to have some comebacks. You're supposed to have a comeback for that. But, hey, listen, I respect it, man. I love you calling in and giving us, your thoughts. So what you got to final score being?
Y'all can keep the 6 points. We don't need them. We're winning outright.
That's somebody else's.
Outright, Slay.
No, wait a minute, Justin.
Outright. We are winning outright. We don't need them points.
Justin, you already been drinking today?
No, I'm still at work. I'm in the work truck. I don't drink, actually.
Hey, that sucks, in all honesty.
Dude, you can't come on here and use somebody else's words. That's more Mariani words, man. You can't.
Well, there's a writer's strike in L.A.
There is a strike, okay? And he don't have nothing trademarked, okay?
Hey, man, that's moonshine stuff. You can't take moonshine.
Trademark.
You dragging the boys from Montana down in here, man. Good luck, Justin.
All right,
man.
Justin. Hey, man, we'll talk to you on Monday.
Hey,
either way.
Justin, what size belt you wear?
Size belt? Well, I wear a 36 in the waist, so whatever that is.
I think we might have an extra Gator belt laying around, brother. We'll see you on Monday. Thank you. Get on out of here.
I'll call you.
All right, he tries. I love it. Yeah, my boy.
Slay Dog.
Good friend. What's up, baby?
So Fred White's coming up, played safety at Tennessee in the next segment. But do you want to go down to Gainesville right now?
Oh, hell yeah. Let's
Wesley is in Gainesville next on 3HL. Wesley, what's up?
Here we go.
What's up, boys?
West Dog, what's happening?
What's happening in Gainesville, Wesley?
Hey, it's a whole lot of ball stuff that's happening down here. We on the way to eat some gator at a restaurant right now.
Yeah, and I hear you talking loud. That's what I'm talking about. Represent, baby. We don't care nothing about them being in the restaurant.
Hey, Slate, you gonna come down here?
Man, I want to, man. I got to do the Titans tailgate early in the morning, dog. If it wasn't for that, I would promise you I would be there. It's not a flight getting back in time for me.
I hear it. But Florida needs to be worried because we're going to run it down their throat. Then we're going to open up the rest of the playbook and throw it deep. We're going to make Graham merch. He's going to hurt. Our defense is going to stop everything they try to do. And we turn the swamp into the Rocky Swamp. It's Rocky Top.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about, Wes. Man, y'all be safe down there. Represent, man.
Balls by Finney. Cue Rocky Top, baby. Let's go.
All right, Wesley. You see how Wesley's right there in the middle of Gainesville, and he's speaking loudly.
And he don't care. He ain't whispering like in his little work truck like Justin hiding, you know what I mean, in the back seat. None of that. Truck. Yeah, man, he ain't doing none of that. He out there in the open, right there, chest open, right there in the restaurant with the other Gators and letting them Gators know we came down here and mean business.
Greg next up on 3HL. Greg, what's up?
What up, Greg?
Hey, man.
Hey, brother.
Go, Greg.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, bro.
Yeah. This is a story. I'm going to try to make it short, but it's kind of a long story. Okay, we're talking about 1992. Y'all talking about when Florida beat us, Tennessee. I was there in the rain, lost my voice, raising hell. Anyway, so me and my brother-in-law, we leave there thinking, okay, was in my Bronco, let's go home. Got to come to Nashville. Let's stop the Crystal, get some gut bombs. On the way home, everything's cool. Go in there, and there's Florida Gator fans everywhere. And they started messing with us. I let my brother-in-law say, I ain't taking 2 ass whoopings. Let's just get it on. So we fought, got to fight the Crystal. God, She called the cops. The lady that worked the Crystal, the manager, should have been taken up by us, but she was with Gators, evidently. Well, she had us all arrested, got my truck towed in. Anyway, we finally got out of jail in 2 hours. 2 days later. But the thing was, the cops put us in the same jail cell as the Florida fans that we was fighting. So we fought all night. Anyway, it's just a story.
That's what I'm talking about. I love that.
I love it, man. All right, thanks, man. Let's do this. Let's take a break. VFL former Tennessee safety Fred White won an SEC title in 1997, won one in 1998, won the national championship in 1998. He's got some thoughts on Tennessee, Florida. Coming up next as we broadcast live from Scoreboard Bar and Grill, the new location at Cedar Creek Marina. Come on out. The crowd is building. There are some beers out here. Slay Dog, you see some tall boys in there?
And there's a lot of Vols fans out here too, baby.
We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. Get it done this weekend, man, while you're enjoying the beautiful weather. And it's time to go ahead and make that purchase. Maybe you've got something wrong with your vehicle. Maybe you need something a little more reliable. Maybe repair bills are adding up and taking a bite out of that budget. Maybe you need something bigger, more room, all of those things. I don't know what your deal is, but you certainly go and see my friends at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Let them know there will be no pressure at all coming from them. They simply want you in the vehicle that's right for you. And that's what will happen when you go see Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Take your test drive, go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it will be that easy. 24 West to exit 35. That exit about 9 miles outside the city. Then it's a beautiful drive and a straight shot into the best vehicle buying experience you've ever had. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. Just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Check them out while you pretend to work. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All the dealership information is there. All of the inventory is there as well. That's GuptonMotors.com. Get it done this weekend. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
What's happening? People, it's Ron Slay here, man, and you want to understand how I'm able to go out there and kick some gator butts, without my knees hurting and everything after, my shoulder not hurt. Well, it's holistic stem cell therapy, man. I dove right into this. I checked it out with Dr. Kellum, had a one-on-one with him with the consultation, a free consultation, might I add, and you can have a free one as well. And how you do that, you go call the number 615-850-4415. But this is what happened, man. I was in there and I told him a couple of things about me. He looked at my MRIs and things of that nature and was like, man, I think we can get something done with this. Went in, had the procedure done, man, and immediately felt good in my knee, immediately in my shoulder. Now the hip, I've been complaining about that. That's coming along, man, but after being about 3 weeks out, that's feeling better. I can walk with strides again and my groin not hurting. So I promise you it's healing. It's your body, your cells, your solution. Depend on your body. You won't depend on anybody else. Don't depend on medicine. Depend on your body. Your body, your cells, your solution can happen with Dr. Kellum. KellumStemCellInstitute.com. Give him a call, 615-850-4415.
"40 years ago, we opened our doors with one mission in mind.
We'll be right back with the top 10 songs of 1983.
To sell quality American-made vehicles at a fair price.
You have arrived.
And we've loved every minute of the ride. Celebrating 40 years of Two Rivers Ford.
there? Okay. 3HL 1045, the Zone broadcasting live at Scoreboard Bar and Grill, the new location at Cedar Creek Marina.
That's right.
Our friend Laura that we work with just rolled up on her boat.
Man, I love when we get to see, our comrades out here, man, rolling with us.
Our friend Mark over there.
Yeah, man, we got Mark in the building. Steven just stopped through from Home Street Homes.
Steven did, yep.
It's Home Street Homes, ain't it?
Home Street Homes.
Yeah, I always want to say Home Street
Sammy,
Homes.
Kirby,
Yep.
Hunk, Eki Bop.
Yep, Bobster.
We got a lot going on. Obviously, Tennessee, Florida, the big college football matchup. There's not a top 25 matchup between two top 25 teams. But do we really need one this week?
No, not at all.
Tennessee at 2-0, Florida at 1-1. Tennessee a 6.5-point favorite. The game is at 6 o'clock on ESPN. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Holly Rowe. You get the A-team. You also get it right here on 104.5 The Zone. Should we get a really special and important guest?
I think so,
air?
man. I think people have been wondering why I act the way I act. We heard Kevin Carter on Blaine and Mickey show. You heard the way he acted about this rivalry. So I think it's only right you pull somebody in to knock somebody's lights out that played in this rivalry and won in this rivalry, and that's the only one. The Deuce, Fred White VFL, in the building. What up, Deuce?
Baby, let's get it started up in here.
Fred
It's time,
White.
baby.
Fred
It is
White.
Florida week, and we ready, baby. Let's go.
How much did you enjoy playing and beating Florida?
I got one time to beat Florida. I played them 4 times. Of course, as a red shirt, I count that one. And you know what? Got one win, 1998. That's the best game I ever played in. I feel like it's the best my crowd has ever been, and it's been the win that even bigger than the national championship game, if you ask me. In my opinion, beating Florida in 1998 is the biggest win I've ever had in my career.
Wow, I was going to say, man, I'd give up those other losses for that one because that one was pretty special, man. That building
Absolutely,
that night,
baby.
I've never seen anything like that.
And I doubt you'll ever see anything like it again. Alabama was very close, but, we hadn't beat Florida in a few years, man. Just like we hadn't beat Alabama in a few years last season. But that was Steve Spurrier. That was one of the top-ranked football teams you can play against. Great defense. But we hated them boys so much. You have no idea what we went through every week trying to get to them boys. We couldn't wait to get to them boys.
Dan, so what was the week like, Deuce, leading up to that, man? Like, what was it intense? Was it guys focused, or was it treated like another game? What was the week like leading up to that game?
It's never another game. Playing against Florida is not another game. If that's how you treat it, you don't understand. This is rivalry. You have no idea what this is like. This is Michigan versus Ohio State. This is Alabama versus Auburn. This is the rivalry that you always look for. Now, everybody says that Alabama-Tennessee is a rivalry. I never lost to Alabama, so I don't see them as my rival. I see Alabama as a footstool, but I see Florida as a group. We always got to beat them boys to get to the championship game. If we don't beat them, we don't make it to the championship game. That's how it was every year we played. So you talk about intense, man, listen, we hit a little harder, we ran a little faster, and you didn't make no mistakes. If you made a mistake, you probably won't make it out of the locker room with us, man. You weren't going to be on our football field. Don't put them on my field.
That locker room was crazy, man.
What?
Big Al in there,
baby.
smashing helmets into the wall.
It's real.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Man, when you mentioned 98, like you had a huge game, Al Wilson had a huge game. I guess the iconic play maybe is Deion Grant in center field with that one-handed interception. I was sitting up pretty high, so I had a pretty good view of that. He covered so much ground on that interception. Like, I don't know like what y'all's reaction was when you watched the film, but what a play by him.
You know what, man? Deion made our jobs a lot easier playing DB. Because he can go from sideline to sideline, throw the ball deep if you want to. He's going to get it. And we love that about him. He made our team a little bit different. We could be more aggressive. Dwayne Goodrich could jump more passes and those type of things. He got a lot of interceptions based on Deion being able to run through the middle back there. But, man, that was amazing. That's one of the greatest plays in UT history, in my opinion. And he just flew through the air to go get that ball, man. Flew through the air to go get it.
And it probably would have been a touchdown had he not been able to do that.
That's amazing.
Derek Edmonds was beat on that play, and he'll tell you that any day.
Yeah.
He was beat. Deion saved the day.
He did. All right, let's talk about the Tennessee passing miscues in that Austin Peay game. A lot of talk, I know, in Knoxville, a lot of talk in Nashville. How much of that was on Joe Milton, overthrowing, throwing behind people? How much of it was drop balls by receivers?
I think it's a little bit of both. You got to look at that as if you're looking at it from a receiver standpoint. One of the best quotes I ever heard is from Sterling Sharp. If a quarterback throws the ball anywhere in your vicinity, if you really want to catch it, you'll catch it. Now, also, I understand the quarterback doesn't need to put the ball where you can catch it sometimes, but the ones who are the special guys that play on Sundays, they make those catches.
Yeah.
They make them, hands down. I watched Jefferson last night. I also watched Smith last night. Those boys catch passes that's anywhere in the vicinity. So if you want to play on Sundays and be a superstar, those are the things you have to do. Now, I do want Joe to get better at that, but I will say, man, watching those games, I can tell that offensively, we only ran about 12 plays the first game, about 12 plays in the second game. It was just different formations, same route, same play call, just different formations. We haven't opened up our playbook yet. We haven't gone downfield as much as we did last season, but I think that was by design. When you're playing against a team like Virginia, who you know you can beat, you should be able to beat them with base offense and base defense, as well as Austin Peay. You don't pull out what you're going to run against SEC football teams. This is your first chance to actually really get the show. Now, you're supposed to be able to do stuff with base offense and base defense against, Virginia. You should beat them with that. But when it comes to Florida, you pull out all the stops. And you come with everything that's in your arsenal. And I think we'll see that this week.
Yeah, so that's an advantage for Tennessee because you're right. I mean, we talked about it earlier in the week. Once they started having issues with that down-the-field passing game, they completely shut that down and literally ran like 3 or 4 or 5 plays, whatever your number is, that's what the number is. But Florida had to use everything against Utah, and they weren't successful with it. They had some passing yardage in the last 2 drives when the game was 24-3, which kind of inflated Graham Mertz's numbers. But Florida, I think Tennessee's going to get after them. They lead the nation in sacks. They lead the nation in tackles for a loss. If Florida's in 3rd and long situations, Graham Mertz is in trouble.
And, that's the one thing you want to do in this game. I think being aggressive on the defensive side of the ball, from the first play of the game, I would blitz them. I'm serious. From the first play of the game, you put that pressure on them, and you let them know it's coming early, and you let them know it's coming often. I really believe that I don't think Florida has had an opportunity to see what we can do when it comes to our defensive ends and our linebackers. I think our secondary is a lot better, too. You look at what they've done over the last few games, even though it was Virginia and it was against Austin Peay, you're supposed to do those things. But we saw some success with just base defense. We didn't run many blitzes. I watched us have about 3 or 4 blitzes in the Austin Peay game, and the same thing against Virginia, when you didn't actually need it. So I think we'll throw the kitchen sink at them this week and have a different type of defensive game.
I know you got to be proud, man. You being the headhunter you are, man, seeing a guy like Aaron Beasley being able to get downhill, man, and playing in the backfield. What's your thoughts on him being a catalyst for this defense? And that's not leaving guys like Pierce Jr. out, Tyler Barron, and the list goes on and on.
I think, playing that middle linebacker position for us, man, playing outside linebacker, he's that guy who kind of makes that defense run too, because when you have a pass rush, you're going to open up some things for your linebackers. But he makes the plays when they come his way. And he goes and gets those plays behind the line of scrimmage as well. I mean, having sacks and those type of things, when you can have 2 guys on the edge with Pierce and you got Barron on the other side, and you can bring a package in like that, and you got a linebacker that plays like a running back at the linebacker position, really.
Right.
That guy is going to make a lot. His name should be up there for the Buckets Awards and those type of things when this season's over with, because he's having a stellar part of the season, the start of the season, and I'm looking forward to him to have a great season going out through the rest of the season. Just stay healthy, young man, and keep balling. I am proud of him, though.
No doubt, man. So looking at it, going to the offensive side of the ball, man, and we talked about Joe Milton, we talked about the receivers, but one thing you got to love right now, man, is this running game. You're seeing Jalen Wright, Jabari Small, those guys getting opportunities back there. We haven't even had the opportunity to see a guy like Cam Seldon yet, so it's going to be interesting once he gets involved. But how excited about those guys are you seeing them going down in the swamp, knowing just what the running game means as far as killing the clock, throwing it down their throat, showing what it is in the trenches, and being able to just take the atmosphere out of the game altogether?
If you look at the Tennessee-Florida rivalry,
over the years, even back when we played, the team that had the most rushing yards won majority, 90-something% of those games. So you got to take care of the running game. And I think that opens up our passing game as well. If we can throw the ball deep and be able to run the ball, I think those are things that you have to worry about throughout the rest of the season when it comes to SEC play. Other teams are going to have to worry about how do you stop our running game. I think having two guys like that, with three, we actually got three, and we haven't seen Selden yet. And I can't wait for people to see Selden. I think Selden's going to be an amazing addition to our running back core. But you have three guys right now, Sampson, Small, and Wright. Those boys are getting it done. And they get about 13, 14 carries apiece. Man, that's how you want to split it up, and that's how you want to keep a guy in there fresh. You got three guys that can do three different things and have three different skill sets. So I think that is a problem for any SEC football team. I think Florida's going to have to figure out who's in the backfield. But if we can keep the consistency of 200 yards per game rushing, then we got a chance to be in and win every football game this season.
Absolutely, man. Now, going down there, what kind of environment is that in the swamp? Like, it's not what it was when their team is not bubbling the way it is. But still, before the kickoff, though, it's always the swamp. What's that environment like walking down there when you coming out the tunnel, Fred?
It is the worst stadium to ever play in. I promise you that. I hate that stadium. And people keep asking, "Well, you going to the game?" I don't ever want to go back down there, ever.
Yeah.
It is the worst place to play as a opposing team. Their fan base is right on top of you. The stadium goes straight up in the air. I mean, it's just a different. It's like they're right on top of you, and they're chomping and doing all that stuff. It's intense. So it's not for the weak. If you're a weak guy and you can't win one-on-one battles, it's going to be a long day for you. You better come with your mind right. You better come with something in your pants back there.
Yes, sir.
Fred White with us at Double Cover 2. You can check him out for your insurance needs too. All-state agency owner, Fred White. SEC champion in 1997 and 1998, national champ in 1998. Fred, how's this game going to go? What do you think happens? What does Tennessee need to do to get this victory?
You know, we went down to LSU last year and we jumped on them early. And we took the crowd out of the game. The one thing we need to do in this game is do the same exact thing. We need to take the crowd out of the game early. So offensively, we need to take every shot we can take, but we need to hit those shots as well. Defensively, we need to get out of their butt. And listen, that quarterback, every time he throws the ball, his butt needs to be on the ground. It needs to hit the ground every time he throws the ball. 90% of the time he's throwing it, I need his butt on the ground. So somebody needs to be hitting him every time. Be very aggressive in this game, offensively and defensively. And we're going to have to make some things happen in the special teams, either a block punt or a kick or punt return, some of those type of things. We need to do something like that to get field position and those type of things. I feel like, do I need to get my prediction right now? That's what you're asking me.
Hell yeah, Fred. Let's go, dude.
Let's get it, dudes.
It is in the swamp.
Yes.
We don't know what Florida's offense, what they're going to look like. Vegas got us at 6 points. I'm going to put us at 14.
Talk, Deuce.
I'm going 28-14, Tennessee.
I like it, Deuce. Double digits, man. You're the second football player to come over and say double digits, guy. I like it. Hell yeah.
It's our time, baby.
How you consuming the game come Saturday? Since you're not going down, I ain't going down either. How you watching this game?
Man, you know how we do it, man. It's a group of volunteers that live right here in the city of Atlanta. So it will be myself and Jamal Lewis and George Kidd and Al and Steve Johnson. We're going to be watching the game together, as we always do.
That is right there.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Those are some names right there. Hey, have fun this weekend, man. Thanks for hopping on. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Deuce.
Let's go, baby. Hey, Ron Slay.
Yes, sir.
Proud of you, boy. That's my big dog right there. You used to get them boys in Florida hell, boy. I'm talking about it. Yes, sir.
Talk, dude. Hey, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, they used to set the tone. See, that's what I'm saying, man. You look back at the time, all this used to dribble down into the next sport, man. They go out there, set the tone in football. We got to pick the torch up and run. They dogs, man.
Absolutely.
They ain't gonna, man, we wouldn't be able to walk into Gibbs cafeteria knowing we wasn't able to handle the business the way we were supposed to, man. Come on,
y'all
man.
did it too, baby. Y'all did it too.
Love, baby. Appreciate you, Deuce.
Yes, sir. Hey, go Vols, baby. Let's do this thing. Beat Florida.
Go Vols at Double Cover 2. I'm with it, man. When you look at the matchups, you look at the rosters, you put this game down on paper. It's not played on paper. We all know that. I mean, I remember 2001 when Tennessee was about a 20-point underdog, went down there and won. So, like,
right,
point spreads are what they are. I just think Florida's going to have a hard time scoring, and I think Tennessee will score close to 30 points, maybe more.
Yeah, and
so that's why I think Tennessee by double digits.
And I think we've had different former players on and analysts of the game come on and talk about the last 3 years. I know for sure since I've been on, and talk about when these matchups come up. And yes, with your heart, they'll always say, man, with my heart, I'm rolling with Tennessee, but with my mind, man, I'm going to have to pick Florida. I'm going to have to pick Alabama in this situation. That's not the case these last 2 years. So people wonder why. I talk like this all the time, but I'm talking like this a little bit more with a little bit more authority because you can see it. Like, it's right there in our face, like who's the better squad. Who's out there waddling in the water right now, if you will, with the Gators. And that's Florida. Like, they understand. Deuce just said it.
What's on your shirt?
This is a bib.
That's your bib?
Yes.
Just in case.
In case I start slobbing because I'm so anxious to get to the Florida Gators and eat some Gators. That's how I might just start salivating and I can't control it.
I know Arlo needs to be serving up some Gators down here. I saw him walking around with his little
was walking around.
His little styrofoam cup of tea that he walks around with. Scoreboard Bar and Grill, the new location, Cedar Creek Marina. That's where we are. Come by and see us. We've got prizes for you to register for. Also, you can beat Brent and Slay's picks, theoretically.
Yeah, we think.
So fill that sheet out, too. And we'll go from there. When we come back, what percentage of the public is on Florida? What percentage of the public is on Tennessee? We've got some little numbers like that for you when we come back. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Let's go, baby.
Want to tell you about my friends at Buddy Alley Carpet One in Donaldson. 2405 11 and Pike is where they're located. Locally owned and operated by the Allen family for more than 55 years. Zach, Jenna, and Judson Allen are in the store every day. They offer free in-home measures and estimates. They have the beautiful guarantee as well. At Buddy Alley Carpet One, we know how important it is for you to feel confident in your flooring selection. You want to know it's going to look exactly the way you want once it's installed in your home. That's why they offer the unmatched peace of mind with their one-of-a-kind guarantee. If you're not happy, they will replace it for free. That's what they call the beautiful guarantee. 2405 11 and Pike in Donaldson, 615-883-3289, BuddyAllenCarpet1.com.
What's happening, good people? Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. I'm bringing it to you right now. It's getting a little warm outside, but at night, man, it cools off. So if your temperature's not right in your house, man, you need to be able to go to that thermostat and get it all the way right. Get your climate just where you want it. Spring Hill Heating and Cooling will help you with that. They are proud to be a York Certified Comfort Expert company and always backed by a 10-year parts and labor warranty on York products. So while it's still a little tad bit hot, go on and hustle on over there and give them a call, springhillac.com. You get 18 months, no interest on repairs, and up to 60 months, no interest finance with approved credit. That's real simple to do. You call another company about your unit and you're not sure if you agree, Spring Hill also gives free second opinions. Real simple to do. So you dive into it. Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, they are the heating and cooling company that can take care of all your HVAC needs. Family ran, family owned, family by me. They are family with me. They came and did mine as well, so they get them over there to do yours. Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. Call them.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slate with you. The new Scoreboard Bar and Grill at Cedar Creek Marina. We're literally broadcasting live on a stage on the water.
We're on the water.
We need to get on a boat and go around the water.
Arlo, he's in control of that.
Arlo's right there. Look at him with his styrofoam.
Hey,
with, his
what up,
little,
Arlo?
with his little sweet tea.
I ain't got no roof. Boat ain't got no roof.
People just yelling at us around here. You got
Boat
some
ain't got
news?
no roof. I do
Austin
got some
Eckler
news.
listed as doubtful. He hadn't practiced all week.
That's right.
Todd Furman told us on Wednesday he didn't anticipate him playing. Joey Bosa, questionable. Eric Kendricks, starting inside linebacker, also listed as doubtful. What do you got more on Eckler?
Yeah, Chargers reporter Daniel Popper puts out Chargers running back Austin Eckler is not expected to travel with the team to Nashville, per source. That is writer for The Athletic, so that's a different dynamic added to the game. Kelly is he's a formidable running back, though. You know what I mean? You got to be aware of him, but that's him and Austin Eckler, two different animals. So going to be interesting to see how this plays out. That's good news for us coming on Sunday. Does you think that does anything to the?
You got your little gators up here on the table. People come over here and they just want to pet them.
Yeah, man, and like that's what they're here for, man. That's why I went up to Knoxville last year, man. Made sure I brought something back. I went on the world tour last year, SEC tour. You know
on a world tour.
Yeah, man. Me and 104.5 The Zone, we went down
with
there.
Muhammad, my man.
Yeah, man. We went down there rocking. I had a little butter knife, and then I traded that then for a switchblade.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's a good wholesale substitution.
Yeah. The butter knife wasn't gonna get it done. I was thinking, but later on, I got that switchblade out, boy. Woo! And look, I brought me some gators back. I got Mike's tooth. I got some tusk, elephant tusk from a partner named Al. Went up to Pittsburgh, got some nails from some Pittsburgh Panthers, little buddies of mine up there. Like I was on. Only thing I didn't get to go to was that little rooster. That little rooster up there in Columbia. He got away from him. But
they're probably gonna bring him to Knoxville.
Chicken.
Tennessee is going to smoke South Carolina.
I'm gonna fry them.
South Carolina will score because Rattler will throw.
That's cool.
Some passes, but
I ain't worried about that.
Tennessee's going to smoke them.
I'm going to sneak and get that little chicken and fry him, is what I'm telling you.
Alabama will start Buckner at quarterback, the transfer from Notre Dame. I told y'all.
Really?
Me and Mark right there. We were at the MTSU game, and I'm like, this is one of those games you come back from. If you didn't watch it and you weren't there, you'll see, like, the box score, and you'll see the highlight plays, and you'll be like, oh, man, they're rolling with Milroe. Remember that Monday I came on the show and I was like, they got problems at quarterback.
You were adamant, man. You were adamant about it.
They got problems with running backs too. 23% stuffed at the line or behind so far this season. So Buckner will get the nod, the transfer from Notre Dame. Here's the thing, Slay. He ain't nothing either.
Really?
No, dude. This will allow them to pound the rock like they kept talking about during the season. So maybe in terms of becoming a better football team, maybe they do that, but like this guy's not going to put up numbers.
I wonder, is he mobile?
No.
Nah, all pocket.
He was a 54% passer at Notre Dame.
Ooh.
The weird part about the Alabama quarterback scenario is that it was Ty Simpson's job to lose.
It was.
And then he became the third guy.
And he can spin it. Got a little bit of athleticism into it now. Like, darn, that's tough, man.
Boy, typically speaking, and I know nothing, even though he's been on the show twice and he's from Martin and all these things, I know nothing about it, but that particular scenario usually ends in the transfer portal.
Yep, without question. Without question.
All right, how much of the public, what percentage of the public has bet Tennessee minus 6.5?
Okay, so you got to preface that. Smart part of the public or just –
well, and the reason why I wanted to give these numbers out is even if you're not a gambler, I think it's interesting information to know like how confident people are in your team or the other team.
Right.
All right, so Tennessee at 6.5, 58% of the public bets are on Tennessee minus 6.5. That's not Tennessee just winning. That's Tennessee winning by a touchdown or more, right? So 58%. The Sportsline simulation has Tennessee at minus 6.5, winning by a touchdown or more 60% of the time. They run it 10,000 times. The amount of bets, the percentage of bets for Tennessee just to win the football game, 71%.
And I'm going to tell you what, in a rivalry, I want them to cover. I want them to blow the socks off, but a win is a win is a win is a win.
Oh, true.
So, boy, 70% just to win the game? Hey, y'all, let me go and do y'all a favor, man. Before the parlay even come out, go and put your money, man. Go and cover the spread. And if you want to buy a couple points and say they're going to beat them by 9 or better,
Do yourself a favor. Go on there. You want to get some new bourbon or some new shoes or, you know what I mean, pay a little, pay your mortgage or something. Go and put a little extra on there. Get 9. You thank me later.
Keys of the game, and I was thinking about this. I woke up really early, so then I just went to my desk, started working, started reading, started working.
That's a good job to do.
I think the key is the same for both offenses. I think they both need to establish the run game. I think for Tennessee, they've had trouble converting third downs. They've punted 9 times this season, which is tied for the most in the SEC with South Carolina. I think Tennessee needs to get into running the ball, getting the pace going, getting those big Florida bodies that don't really come out of the game up front.
Right.
Having to move quickly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And without a break.
Yep.
Then you open up the pass. Jalen Wright, you guys were talking about, Fred White was talking about, 11th in the country, averaging 116.5 yards per game. Early down runs, should Tennessee do that? I think there's a case to be made for them to do that. Utah ran it 30 times against the Gators for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. McNeese State's top running back carried the ball, I think, 14 times, something like that. He averaged more than 4 yards per carry against Florida's defense at McNeese State, who, by the way, lost to Tarleton State. Did I mention that?
Yeah, now make sure you add that part in there.
Montrell Johnson and Trevor Etienne for Florida. They're the key. Over 1,500 yards rushing last year, 16 rushing touchdowns. Utah shut them down.
Yeah.
10 carries, 31 yards. And that presented Graham Mertz with an average third down in distance of 3rd down and 10. They converted 1 of 13.
And so what you add in there as well is
Florida needs to stay out of 3rd and long.
Without question.
Yeah.
And Florida had to run their offenses against these teams to make sure they get a victory, especially Utah to try to battle to get a victory. You heard Fred White come on and say, man, I was looking at it. There was 13 plays ran, just different formations and went vanilla and basic as possible before getting to the SEC. So you got a glimpse of what Florida wants to do and who they want to be. You have not got a glimpse of who Tennessee wants to be outside of exerting their will in the front line on both sides of the ball and establishing the running game.
Yep, McNeese State is awful. They got blasted by Tarleton State, as I said. Tarleton State's top 2 running backs against McNeese State, 37 carries, 218 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Florida's top 2 running backs against McNeese State, 26 carries, 203 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Very similar numbers from Tarleton State run game and Florida's run game.
Yeah.
Now, to Florida's defense, I guarantee you they were basic as crap against McNeese State.
No question. Had to be.
And defensively, they do have speed out there. That's why I think Tennessee needs to get that offense moving.
Get them going. Get them going. I did hear someone come on talking about jet sweeps, and I forgot who that was. But I do expect Florida to come out and give them a good shot. But I just think, man, it's going to be a little overbearing, man. If they're not hitting big shots, the big shots is going. That's what'll keep Florida in the game. Without that, Tennessee handled business from the get-go.
Titans-Chargers injury report coming up. I'll bet Joe Hunk has something to say about that in his sports update. Also, former Titans linebacker Keith Bullock will join us next as we continue to broadcast live outside on the water, Cedar Creek Marina, Scoreboard Bar and Grill. We'll be right back.
That's all it is. Big Savage still letting them know, man. It's just friends having fun, man. I might add to y'all, man, Big Savage said the name has been changed from the swamp to the marsh. But neither here nor there. Superbook Sports, you got to go dive into it, man. You want to get $250 back? Well, go use the promo code SLAY. It'll make your day. I promise you that. I didn't mean to rhyme. It just happened to rhyme. But you go out there, your first bet bonus. You win or lose, they will match your first bet up to $250 when you use the promo code SLAY. Who's the most trusted name you got in Vegas? That is Superbook. Football season has arrived, baby. It's sitting on your doorstep. So go on out there and meet it. Find out what you want to roll with. And going into this weekend, it's time to wager and win some bets. Only with Superbook Sports. Parsley always coming out on 3HL. On Zone TV. Make sure you pay attention to it right there at the 5 o'clock hour. Visit superbook.com for terms and conditions. You know if you got a gambling problem, you got to call somebody. It can't be me. But this is the number, 1-800-889-9789. You know the motto, book it.
Hey, you want to take back your house, your garage, your closets? You want your life organized? How about Artisan Custom Closets? They are the best. Say goodbye to clutter. Get your free in-home consultation with them today. I love Artisan because they came in. They went through my entire garage. Danielle, my design consultant, came in, went through my garage, said, what do you want to stay here? What do you want organized? This was like after summer. There was stuff everywhere. And she then gave me 3D plans that laid out all my options, all my cost. It was beautiful. And they stayed within my budget. And then Artisan Custom Closets installed it in less than a day. They make it easy for you to tackle your mess. They make it easy for you to make your house beautiful. Closets, pantries, garages, home offices, laundry rooms, mud rooms. They do bedrooms. They have Murphy bed options now, too. Give them a call, 615-800-2199. And here's the other thing. Tell them you heard about them from Dawn. You're a Zone listener. They'll give you 10% off whatever your project is. That's 615-800-2199, artisancustomclosets.com.
Good evening from Scoreboard Bar and Grill at Cedar Creek. That final injury report is out for the Titans and Chargers. Good news, bad news. You can look at it however you want. But Austin Eckler, he's considered doubtful for the game on Sunday. Now, Joey Bosa is listed as questionable. There's a few other names, but those are two of the biggest ones that you need to know. On the Titans side of things, just go ahead and be prepared. Secondary is going to be a little bit thin because Christian Fulton and Amani Hooker are both out for the game. DeAndre Hopkins is listed as questionable because of his ankle, and Peter Skoronski hopped in, and he decided to join that injury report on Friday. He has an illness, and he is now listed as questionable as well. But the good thing, Trey Avery, Traylon Burks, Dylan Radins, Tajay Spears, and Tierre Tart are all good to go. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day on the lake at Cedar Creek Marina. Scoreboard Bar and Grill, new location. That was Ron Slade. We'll get to it, Ron Slade's intro in the next segment. You know why?
Why?
We need to talk about the Titans and the Chargers, and we need to do it with Keith Bullock, former Titans linebacker. Keith Bullock joins us now. Bully, what's up? How are you?
Hey, man, I'm chilling, man. You know what? You guys get them cool little Fridays. Dawn goes and does her thing. I'm going to have to holler at my man Paul Mason to see if I can get out there at least one of them venues once a month. Like, golly, y'all having the good old time with the fans.
Paul Mason's standing right here. You should have come out here today.
Hey, you know what? That's funny. I didn't get the invite. I was at Neighbors. I was at Neighbors in McEwen because I definitely pulled the shift today. So, I had to work, so I wouldn't have been able to make it anyway. I appreciate it, though.
You'll find Bully over at Just Love Coffee in McEwen, and then after the shift at Neighbors with his boy Zach Pillar.
Absolutely. On Fridays, cheesesteak Fridays and a beer.
Cheesesteak Friday.
I love it, man. What was your takeaway from that 16-15 loss in New Orleans?
Honestly, I don't make much of it just because it's the first game, and you know that the starters don't get out there and get to knock any of the rust off in preseason. But at the same time, look, if you're not going to go out there and play in preseason, I feel like you need to be like that. You need to be able to come out there and put your best foot forward week one. Like, that means you're that much of a professional. You shouldn't have to knock the rust off or any of those things. You don't need to have people make excuses or say why this, that, the other happened. It's all on you as a professional athlete. And then when you don't perform, the media has their job as well.
Mm-hmm. Definitely got their job. You go back and watch that film, man, and you look around the league. Are you I know you got to be concerned with the Titans, but if you glance around the league and you look at all these other quarterbacks that are having problems and still going into week two, you watched Jalen Hurts last night, still not all the way on cue. Saw it with Mahomes, and you saw, and of course these guys took their team to the Super Bowl and things of that nature. But you look at Joe Burrow, it seems to be going around guys kind of, a little slower to get their footing and get that touch on the ball the way they're supposed to.
Well, Slade, look, you're a professional, former professional athlete, so you got to prove yourself every year. And what I loved about the NFL, what I really, really loved was, putting the time and dedication into the offseason so I could come back every year and show I am that man. I am that dude. And, look, my body of work speaks for itself. The knee injury took me out. So that's how I measure players these days. You understand what I'm saying? So what are you going to do on the field? And everybody has a bad game. Everybody has multiple bad games. But at the end of the day, as a professional athlete, as a professional in general, we're just speaking about sports, you want to stack as many great and good positive days as you can, because at the end of the day, it's all about consistency, and you can't do that if you're hurt. You can't do that if you're a repeat offender making the same mistakes. You can't do that if you can't match up against your matchup. Sometimes you have to be able to go out there and dominate your matchup. And, that just comes with sports in general.
I totally feel that. And we keeping it sports in general, and then going to the football side, how anxious are you get ready to get back to looking at the next game and being able to go out there and show, all right, man, let me scratch this one, because we all, like you said, all have had a bad game, and, man, that next game can't get there fast enough. How anxious are you? What are you expecting to see out of a guy like Tannehill, and also the guys to help him be himself?
Hey, like you hit it on the head, man. Once you go out there and put a bad performance out there, they're going to talk about you, talk crazy. I remember when I was playing, Paul Kaharski, one of the very good reporters back in my time, what made him good was that he challenged you as an athlete. Like, okay, you're going to go out there and talk their talk, but you didn't play that good this week. And the team did this, and you ain't do this. And I'm like, whoa, hold up now. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, wait a minute.
So that's right. That being said, you go back to the drawing board and you get ready to go out there and put forth a great performance. Coach Mack, one of the, the great coaches of Tennessee Titans, one of my great coaches. I remember a Jacksonville game, the year we started off 10-0. We beat Jacksonville, but Maurice Jones-Drew went crazy. I think he ran for like 180, and that doesn't necessarily happen. And all he said was Monday, he's like, were you sick yesterday? I'm like, nah. And then when I looked at the film, that was him saying, oh, well, you're going to be sick when you look at this film. You know what I'm saying? So, Ryan Tannehill, let's get to it. Let's not beat around it. Ryan Tannehill understands what he did, knows how he played. So the professional in him, he knows he's got to come out and show up and show out. You can't go back-to-back games with flops. And San Diego, we know that, look, the Titans are not going to beat San Diego in a shootout. So let's not put this all on Ryan Tannehill. The game plan that the Titans go in the game with absolutely makes a difference. They have to win on third down, which means they have to shorten those third down distances. So the play calls on first and second down make a difference, as well as putting your best players in position to make plays to help you win. So, I've been listening when I'm in my car here and there, and Ryan's been taking a lot of heat. At the end of the day, week 2, you didn't make plays week 1, make plays this week. First of all, bottom line for Ryan, okay, let's move on. But as a team, we have to, as a team and a coaching staff, we also have to do things to help out to make sure it's a team victory and not just an individual loss or an individual victory. Team victory, team game got to be played. Keith Bullock with us, the bully, Mr. Monday Night himself. Hey, so listen, I know you got a plan for the team and you going out with your game plan, but how big is it for the Chargers to be missing a guy like Austin Eckler, who just came out and he's not traveling with the team on the way to Nashville?
Yeah, I mean, look, that's huge for the Titans, but it also, leaves a little bit of what are we going to get? Austin Eckler is their guy in the backfield, and nobody really expected Rashid Shaheed to do his thing the way he did last week. But at the same time, that's what's scary about the beginning of the year. You don't have much scouting report on these guys, especially the newcomers. So Austin Eckler, we don't necessarily know who his backup is. We do by name, and I don't, but he possibly could have some time in the league already. But when you put certain people into certain schemes, obviously Justin Herbert makes that thing go, but Austin Eckler is a very, very, very reliable safety valve for him or an potent part of that offense. So I'll be interested to see where he goes with the ball. Tennessee's defense played great last week. There's only 2 plays. A few plays they probably want back, but those are learning experiences. You know what I mean? The D-line was active. Justin Herbert got sacked last week, but also passed for over 300 yards, so it shows that he can take hits and keep his poise.
Right. Yeah, Chargers defense had no sacks against that Miami offense, and they threw it a ton too. Only 3 tackles for a loss. What did you see from Arden Key, man, flying around in the backfield? Could have had 2.5 sacks if they'd have called that one.
Yeah, he got hosed. The Titans got hosed with that call, but it's water on the bridge now. Arden Key, look, I like talkers, but the thing is, if you're a talker, you got to show up. And Arden Key definitely showed up. I like the fact that, so Bud Dupree we had the last couple of years, Bud Dupree was coming off knee injury. So Bud brought that energy and would almost get there. But Arden Key, not coming off knee injury, young, fresh, hasn't really feels he's been sliding in this league, is like trying to make a mark. And I think he did a great job opening week. That's going to only make it even better for Harold Landry, Terrence Hart, and Big Jeff, because now offenses are going to be – they can't block – unless you got your left tackle is a beast and can block one-on-one, then you're good. But Arden Key was beating that left tackle from the Saints like a drum. So I think, obviously, he's going to be in the game plan. He put alert on himself, and I like to see your man Harold Landry on the other side have a big game, because you can't double both. You got to pick your poison. So Arden Key getting out there, putting pressure with those single blocks was great, because Harold Landry did demand those double teams when they did give him on last Sunday.
Keith Bullock with us on 3HL. All right, Bullock, how does this one go down? Do the Titans get this win against the Chargers, or so how?
The Titans get this win if they go through Derrick Henry. The defense has to come out, play great football, get off the field on third down. Titans offensively have to control the time of possession, and the only way to do that is give the big man the ball. Look, I understand he's in a contract year, and they might be trying to phase him out. Y'all can get to that another time. But at the same, you don't do it right now. You know what I mean? You want to stack as many wins as you can. And he had, 16 touches last week and 30 plays. And look, if you want to put Spear, the new, I just brain fart. Tajay Sharp. If you want to put Sharp in, give him the ball. Tajay Spears. See, I knew I was brain farting.
We all do the Tajay Sharp thing, man.
Hey, but give him the ball if you're going to put him in for those reps. And he was most effective when you handed him the ball, and they only gave it to him 4 times. So, they're still trying to work out their offensive game plan, but I feel the only way they win on Sunday is control the time of possession, because at the end of the day, the Chargers lost and put up 30 points, and the Titans, you tell me the last time the Titans put up 30 points.
Right.
So
27 was the high last year.
Right, so they don't want to get in the shootout. I say all that to say they don't want to get in the shootout. They want to own time of possession, win first and third down. And look, I think the least time that the Chargers have the ball, the better opportunity the Titans have to win.
Love it, Bully. Hey, thanks for the visit. We'll get you out here next time, man.
I ain't worried about it. That's my man. Hey, Paul, when you see my email, send me a response.
Bully. Keith Bullock at KBullock53. You can find him at Just Love Coffee at McEwen. And basically every time I go there, he's there. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Keith Bullock with the breakdown.
That's my guy.
All right, we only have 2 more segments before the Tennessee, 2 more segments left to talk about Tennessee, Florida, and the Titans Chargers.
Well, guess what?
You ready to get amped up a little bit?
I mean, when have I stopped? That's what I keep asking y'all.
615-737-1045. You want in?
Get here.
Brett Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Scoreboard Bar and Grill, the new location, Cedar Creek Marina, and we love coming out here, man. It's great. We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What's happening, man? You wonder how I got slim like this. Well, it came from changing my weight loss journey, man, and what things I was eating. So stopped eating so much Gator, but I had to pick that back up this weekend, man. So Waking 180 may be mad at me. I'm getting all the fattening Gators that I can find.
There is a lot of fat in Gators, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to get to it, too. Yeah, I'm going to grill that thing up. But listen, man, you want to lose a little weight, man. Matter of fact, a lot of weight. However you want to put it. Drop weight, lose weight, let go of your weight. It don't matter. Waking 180 can help you with that. They helped me. I'm walking and living proof of it. I'm the walking billboard for them.
Call them at 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800. Get you a consultation today. Make sure you lean in on it. You get free support for life. Do you understand that? After you reach your ideal weight, and they're going to make sure you do that. I promise you. All you got to do is stick with your plan, and they're going to make sure of it. You get support for life. Nothing better than Awaken 180. I thank them for this, man. You can be in the same track. Get your weight off. It's Awaken180weightloss.com.
Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, that's where you need to get stocked up for the weekend, big football weekend, and they can help you out with anything you need. Great location for you to pop in, pop out if you know what you want to get. You can pop in and pop out. Like I said, 101 Creekside Crossing in Brentwood by the Publix. Easy to get through. MarylandFarmsWS.com is the website. They're open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. Closed on Sundays. They do have delivery through the Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits app. They also have curbside pickup as well. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, locally owned, serving Brentwood for more than 17 years. Football season back, which means game day cocktails from Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits. You can stock up with your favorite bourbon, tequila, or have them help you craft something special for game day. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, 101 Creekside Crossing in Brentwood. Online, MarylandFarmsWS.com. Jason and his crew ready to help you out. Again, 101 Creekside Crossing in Brentwood by Publix. You can't miss it. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits.
What's happening, people, man? Listen to me. The parlay has arrived. Get the Superbook. Download the Superbook Sports app. You can get free bet back, if you use the promo code SLADE, $250 matched. Yes. On your first bet bonus, win or lose, you're going to get that back. But here it is, the parlay, man. We're going to keep this right here in the SEC today. 4 teams. Are you ready? South Carolina at Georgia. I got Georgia to cover the 27.5. Tennessee at Florida. Tennessee is going to whiz-axe Florida. They're going to cover that spread. Vanderbilt at UNLV. I'm going Vandy money line. BYU at Arkansas. Arkansas -8. KJ Jefferson keeps it rolling, man. So there you go. You got Georgia covering the spread. Tennessee covering the spread. Arkansas covering the spread. Vandy money line. That's your 14 parlay walking into the weekend SEC style. Book it.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Dawn Davenport will be back on Monday. She has Iowa State and Ohio U.
Yeah.
Coming up tomorrow.
Bobcats.
Yeah, Bobcats. Green and white.
That's
Cradle
right.
of coaches.
That is them.
The Tennessee-Florida point spread has changed. Tennessee now a 5.5-point favorite over Florida.
Dropping.
What does that tell you, Slay?
It tell me I need to go bet again. That's all it tell me. I don't know what to tell everybody else. What is it supposed to tell people, York? Because it's telling me, hey, man, go take it again and again and again and again. That's what I'm doing. Matter of fact, I'm betting it right now again. I'm telling you. And I'm about to go and where is that over-under? What's the over-under set at?
59 it was.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see now. 56.5 now. So that's dropping too.
Yeah,
that's
smart.
I think they're going to run it. I think they're starting to figure out they're going to run that rock. I'm going to go under.
Chargers at Titans. Announcers are Tom McCarthy, the play-by-play man. The analysts are James Lofton and Jay Feely. You can listen to the game, of course. Titans radio coverage on 104.5 The Zone. Bridges report Titans will wear white jerseys, navy blue pants, navy blue socks. Chargers, powder blue jerseys, white pants.
All right.
Wide receiver Traylon Burks was back at practice on Thursday. He is good to go. He said the Chargers are really good on the back end. We just have to go out and play fast and play our brand of football.
Well, all right.
DeAndre Hopkins dealing with an ankle injury, did not practice all week. Listed as questionable.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Can the Titans get more out of rookie running back Tyjae Spears? Spears had more snaps than Derrick Henry, but he had just 4 touches. 3 carries, 27 yards. That's 9 yards per carry.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
in the NFL.
Right.
1 reception, 1 yard. Would have had a second reception had Tannehill hit a wide open receiver.
Yeah, see, that's a tough one right there. You got to using them. You got to hit them, man.
Titans must be better in the red zone. They were 0-3 in the red zone in New Orleans. They kicked 5 field goals, scored no touchdowns.
Yeah.
Safety Amani Hooker is out. Concussion. Had a huge game. 5 tackles, a tackle for loss, interception, forced fumble, fumble recovery. So who's up for Hooker? Elijah Molden, Matt Jackson, who Cosell told us had a bust on the touchdown.
Yep. Sure did.
Out of position on the double move touchdown on Sean Murphy Bunting.
I hope that's when he looked over there and was laughing. I hope it's Elijah Molden. I would love to see Elijah Molden there with the experience.
I do too.
Has. Yeah.
I think he's got a high ceiling.
Yeah.
Which defense will be more disruptive? Tennessee, Florida. You want to go back into that?
I'm fine with it.
Sacks, Tennessee 11, Florida 2. Tackles for a loss, Tennessee 25, Florida 10. Fumble recoveries, Tennessee 1, Florida 0. Interceptions, Tennessee 1, Florida 0. Florida has not forced a turnover.
Yeah.
Can Florida run the football? Can they limit the Tennessee run game? I think that's where it comes down to.
That's going to be a challenge, man. I think you look at it, and we raved about big Norman Lott up front, big Omari Thomas up front. Then when they bring that speed package in, it's different. It's like I honestly can't see it happening against this front because of who Coach Gardner is. If you know Rodney Gardner, you know he's respected all around the league, especially in the SEC college football also. But when he's able to get his fingerprints on these guys and be able to go and get the guys that he wants and put into them what's needed. He also got Robert Ayers working with him. Dog, Pierce, Barron, Roman, Harrison coming off the edges, dog. This is a different time, man. I like what we saw with Byron Young last year was great. Put 2 more on him out there.
Yeah.
That's what you got, man. Like it's like being in all seriousness, I really do look at this Tennessee roster and say they are more talented. You know what I'm saying? And they have more experience. You feel me? Because you got transfers coming in out there at Florida. You got Bailey Napier still trying to get his imprint on the game and in the coach of that Florida locker room. That's a lot to ask, man, walking into this game.
I think that Florida defensively is going to stack the box, and I think they're going to blitz a lot. So I think there's going to be opportunities for Tennessee to have on the perimeter with one-on-one situations. And, you know, that's where kind of I think the rubber meets the road with the Tennessee offense. Does that blitz get to them? Or are they able to connect on these one-on-one routes, get a block on the edge, and then take it to the house?
Dude. Then use that against them.
If that is Florida's game plan, that tells you what they think about how this game might go.
Yeah.
That they've got to release everything to try to force it.
Yep.
That they can't score with Tennessee necessarily.
And that's why I'm glad we got to see what we got to see last Saturday. We got to see different blitz packages with Austin Peay, them sending 7 people. That was a great practice. That was a great what is it?
Tune-up?
That was a great tune-up. Yeah, exactly. An experience that you got to see with Austin Peay. You had 5 blocking, man. Sometimes the running back stand in. They were still sending 7. So you got that experience in a game-time atmosphere. I think that's going to bode well for them. I expect guys like Squirrel White to take advantage of it. Them screens, them guys, Brew McCoy, especially on his side, be blocking. The tight end, get Jacob Warren out there blocking. And, man, somebody one-on-one make one miss. Good night, turn the lights out.
Yeah, I think Jalen Wright needs to have a big game. I also think one or more of those wide receivers needs to become a dude.
Yeah, somebody got to show up on
tomorrow.
This. Yeah, somebody got to show up.
Not just be a guy out there catching, a perimeter pass at the line of scrimmage on the edge. Like, be a dude. Go get the ball.
Yeah, you got to have somebody with some consistency. Last year, who showed up when Tillman went out, it was Ramel Keaton. You know what I mean? You knew what to expect from Jalen Hyatt, but Ramel Keaton, he was a guy in that game making big-time catches, bad balls thrown in that game as well. But we also remember it being a play that catapulted Tennessee on to greatness by diving out and catching. That was a bad ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, by Hendon Hooker. But Ramel Keaton helped his quarterback, made a catch. We need that same thing going on in this year.
Let's go to John and Franklin next up on 3HL. Hey, John, what's up, man?
What's up, guys? Big Ron, I didn't get a chance to get you pumped up yesterday. My bad. I'm ready to go. Hey, your boy earlier, the Florida fan, man, he was making excuses. Oh, you can't blame Napier for this. And, oh, our quarterback is this. Dude, you helping yourself sleep at night on Saturday. Don't come with that noise. Let's see. Number 2 year for Mr. Pipe. Looked like we did pretty good last year. I don't know. Making excuses. Excuses nails to failure. That's what I'm saying. Go Big Orange. I'm ready for that ass whooping coming. Hit him, Clay.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. And see, that's the confidence right there. That's the confidence right there. I will say this. As much as they say Tennessee fans are wild and obnoxious, one thing they are realists too, man. Like I remember 3 years ago when the hire was made, people calling in and saying, "Hey, man, I know we got Florida this week, man. I don't think we can get them, man. Alabama coming to town. I don't think we're going to be able to get them, Slay. I understand you getting riled up and you got good speeches, but, man, you're not going to be able to get them." We're not hearing that now. Why? Yeah. You got to believe what your eyes see, man. If somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Tennessee's 15-3 in their last 18 football games.
Come on, man.
You got to go ways back to find an 18-game stretch like that. Kevin is in Hot Town next up on 3HL. Kev, what's up, man?
Hey, how y'all doing today?
What up, Kev?
Slay, I was going to let you off the hook, but then you started talking about UT Florida. Now, come on now. Now, something to think about. If Joe Milton's going to be our starting quarterback, it's going to be close. It's not going to be a blowout. UT's not going to beat them bad. I think it's possible Florida could upset them. This is either going to be Milton's breakout. He does something, or he's going to end up on the bench. And I just want to know what you think. Do you really sincerely believe that UT is going to beat Florida that bad? Because I don't see it.
But what's that bad? Like 10 points that bad? Because that's where I am with it.
I'm thinking if UT beats Florida, it might be 3 points, 4 points, because usually Florida beats Tennessee pretty good. You know, Hendon Hooker was a great quarterback. He was an efficient quarterback. Joe Milton's not Hendon Hooker. And aside from the Hendon Hooker year, how many games did UT beat Florida?
Right. Well, I mean, Florida's won 16 out of 18. But here's the thing. 5 of the last 9 have been decided by 10 points or less. Tennessee has only been a bigger favorite over Florida one time in the history of this series. That was last year, and Tennessee won. I just think that Tennessee – now, look, if we get into some situation where Tennessee turns it over 4 times and Florida turns it over once, then, yeah, I mean, Florida could win for sure.
All right. Well, listen, y'all enjoy the weekend.
Kevin, let me ask you this though, Kevin, because I don't want you to let me off the hook. First and foremost, the hook, I done swallowed the hook, so I ain't trying to get off the hook ever. Let me ask you this: do you ever believe what your eyes see when you come up to a stop sign? The stop sign is red. Do you believe your eyes, or do you just keep going?
Yeah, but when I see them stop signs,
But hold on, wait a minute, Kevin. I ain't done when I'm asking you a question. Ifs and buts are down at the liquor store. It's a whole lot of people telling stories and they saying butts with cigarette butts laying on the ground. And there's also a lot of ifs and fifths down there. And they telling you stories about if I would have did this, if I would have did that. We ain't dealing with that right now. We dealing with straight up answers. If the red light is red, do you stop or do you go?
God bless y'all. I hope it gets that. I just
That's all I'm saying, Kel. All I'm saying is, man, in this situation, man, as a fan of the game, as a fan, if you're a Florida Gator, if you're a fan of the Tennessee Vols, it don't matter. Believe what your eyes are showing you. You've been believing. You just talked about it. You've been believing all this other time. All the time in the past when they was spanking us up and they was better and they was coached better and all that, they came in with game plans. Believe what you see in this time. Believe what you see in this time. You saw what Heupel has done in the first 2 years, going into this third year. Believe what your eyes are seeing. Those same teams ain't running uphill. Riddell Anthony ain't coming up here to play. Javon Kersey, he's retired. That man just went into the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame not too long ago. I know he ain't got no helmet that can fit. I'm trying to tell you the truth right here, man. Fred Taylor ain't coming to play. That man is on doing podcasts. Like, them days are over, my brother. This team ain't got nothing to do with them teams right there. We just had Fred White on, a VFL great. You know what that man doing? Going to watch the game in Atlanta. He can't go play. He ain't got nothing to do with this game. This team that we seeing right now is what you got to believe, man. I can't make this up, man. The devil lied to you. I'm going to tell you the truth.
All right. You still got Joe Milton as quarterback. Y'all have a good weekend.
Yeah, that was his comeback after all that.
I'm saying,
y'all still got Joe Milton.
I take that all day long. We love him. And we love them.
615-737-1045. You want to go back up to Kentucky?
Man, they love me. I bet. Might as well.
Reese and Laura.
Oh, Lord.
In the car, in the yard.
Hi, my friend! Big.
What's happening?
Big Slay, you there, Big Slay?
Man, I'm always here, baby. I'm here like the light on your porch.
I'm ready.
I'm always here.
I am ready, and I am tired of these typewriter Gator fans. I don't know what in the world these Tennessee fans calling, saying we might lose. I done bought 2 30-packs of beer, chicken thighs, wings, hamburgers, broth, a brand new orange cooler. We got new charcoal. I done called out sick from work tomorrow. We are ready to go. And I tell you what's going to happen. I done went to TSC and bought me a lasso, and we are going to lasso that Gator by the neck. We're going to stomp on them until it's over. Then we're going to plant our beautiful orange flag in their midfield, and then the pride of the Southland is going to storm that field, and we are going to play Rocky Top 37 times. Take it on out with me, Big Slay. Good old Rocky Top.
Woo! Rocky Top, Tennessee. That's right, Reese and Laura, man. Y'all enjoy the game. We're going to have a ball with this one, y'all. I can promise you that.
Ball by 17.
I like that.
Vols by 17.
Okay, it's going up and up.
Wow. People get more excited.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, that's how it happens.
That hooch is flowing, man.
It is, man. You got 2
like
30-packs.
Gator for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Every time. You know it's got to be every time.
Big Slay, I got $1,000 on the Vols tomorrow. That line is depressing for a Gator fan. I got $1,000 on it, and we all going to be drinking lots of beer. We love y'all. Have a wonderful weekend. Go Big Orange!
There it is, baby. You better believe it, man. Run it up,
there they
baby.
are, Reese and Laura.
Run it up.
You think a little kiddie pool was involved in some of this?
Yeah, I might be. They probably got their feet in it today.
What if they just filled the kiddie pool with a bunch of beer?
Oh, you got to get a big
just got in there and just started drinking. Drink your way out.
I was going to say give them a big old straw, but you're going to get them in there.
I'll get them in there.
Just let them slurp their way out.
Tennessee, Florida coming up at 6 o'clock.
Let's go, baby. It's here.
On ESPN, the big crew. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit doing that game.
Yeah. What we 24 hours almost?
24 hours, 21 minutes.
Ooh-wee.
By the way, game day is in Colorado, as we know. I saw Coach Prime on ESPN this morning.
Everything.
And they were talking about the game. He was like, look, man, we were going to show up and play, and we were going to run and block and tackle and do everything that we do. And then it became personal.
Y'all did it.
And these guys are ratcheted up to 10.
Just leave them people alone, Colorado State.
I know. And Oregon's already started in on next week.
They want some too. Everybody wants. That's what's up, man. Y'all keep giving these people fuel, man. Got Coach Prime. Check them out. Check them out. It's on.
I love it. It's on like Donkey Kong. We've got one more segment if you want it. 615-737-1045. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Scoreboard Bar and Grill, the new location at Cedar Creek Marina. What a beautiful day to be hanging out here. We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What's happening? People, Ron Slate right here. Twitch, please. Now, when the lights go out down there in the swamp, I hope they got Cove generators. I hope they got them to help them out because, man, Tennessee coming to cut the lights out. But right here in your home state, you got to be aware, man. When your lights go out, man, don't be the one sitting in your home just wondering just exactly what's going to happen. How do I get my lights back on? Don't be crazy and looking at your neighbors like, how they lights on? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to let you in on the secret. Cove generators, that's how. Yeah, the Generac Home Standby Generator Dealer. They called them today for a free 10-year warranty also. And be prepared for the next power outage. You can beat it. Beat them to the punch, man. Call Cove Generators and have a generator already. If you got one already, well, Cove Generators performs maintenance on those as well. And right now, free, yes, a new 10-year warranty with purchase of a Generac Home Standby Generator from right now until October 8th. Yes, you got to get in on it. That's over $1,000 value on it. It's only now until October 8th, so you got to hustle on over there and get to it. Visit Cove Generators right now at covegenerators.com. Never lose power again. Call them, 931-559-3311, 931-559-3311, covegenerators.com. Terms and conditions may apply. Call for details and stay connected through it all.
We all know someone who thinks they have the best life hacks, things like opening a can with a spoon or using your wireless hotspot for your internet at home, but what those hotspotters don't know is that there's a much better hack out there. See, Xfinity gives you 99.9% reliable internet, so you don't have to settle for using your phone or for home internet. It means more gaming, streaming, and looking up other life hacks on your connected devices. It's time for real home internet, the next generation Xfinity 10G network. The future starts now. And now through September 21st, get 75 megabit internet on the Xfinity 10G network for $20 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. And ask about how you can get one free line of unlimited mobile when you upgrade to 400 megabit internet. Go to xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. It requires paperless billing and auto pay with a stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Equipment taxes and fees are extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After the promotion, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
How about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville? Yes, you might be surprised at how affordable replacement windows are from Pella Windows and Doors, especially right now because they have an offer going on. If you tell them that you heard about them right here on The Zone from Dawn, here you go. This sale ends September 30th. Still got some time to do it. $250 instant rebate off per qualifying window, $500 instant rebate off per qualifying door, equal payments 0% for 24 months. So yeah, go check them out, PellaNashville.com. They have those deals going on, and I'll tell you a little bit about my experience with Pella Windows and Doors. I had to get my windows replaced in my house and in my townhome, and they were phenomenal to work with. They were rated #1 by Nashville homeowners as the window brand worth paying more for and the leading window brand in Nashville. That was based on a 2022 survey of leading brands among homeowners, and I'm all agree. They were awesome. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Go see them at PellaNashville.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, wrapping the Friday edition. Appreciate you being with us. Appreciate everybody that came out to Scoreboard here at Cedar Creek Marina. We love it when y'all slide through, and it's been a fun day for sure. We appreciate Arlo for having us.
Yes, indeed, baby.
Jade for serving drinks in the secret spot.
That's right, secret spot. You got to come here to find out. We can't tell you where it is. You got to come here to find out.
We'll be in the secret spot in just a minute.
Surely will.
Nashville SC teaming up with 104.5 The Zone to kick childhood cancer, a campaign benefiting the Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital in September. Join the NSC Kick Club by contributing $10 a month or a one-time gift of $120 by texting Kick Cancer to 615-488-4401. There's no way you remembered that. So if you want to call Zeph, he'll give you the number again, 615-488-4401. Donate $120 and you'll be helping kick cancer's ass.
That's right. Everybody, man. Shout out to the cancer survivors. Shout out to the ones fighting, baby.
After party coming up after the show?
Sure enough, on a Good Friday. Oh, is it football?
I think it's a brief after party.
Oh, okay. Small after party, huh? It's baby after party.
Yeah, it's just a little mini after party.
It's like a keg stand after party.
Appetizer.
Yeah, it's like an after party / pregame for the actual game.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We shouldn't say pregame for a high school football game, but we know pregame for a high school football game.
Lipscomb, Ensworth, that's what we got?
That's right. It's exactly right. 104.5 The Zone will be there. We have tons of people going to be there
say
tonight.
pregame for a high school football game. You can.
We all know what happened.
Well, they all tailgate. They all tailgate.
They so do. It's live and direct, boy. It is live and direct.
I wasn't talking about that kind of pregame, but yeah, sure.
I mean, I don't know why you were hiding from it. You're like Gator Mike hiding from us. He just texted me. He said, I don't have time to call in, but tell Slay I said go Gators.
Hey, man,
I'm like, that doesn't even count.
Yeah, that doesn't even matter. I know it's go Gators with you. Your name is Gator Mike. Like, call in the trash talk. That's what I'm looking for. Don't call in to make no sense. Call in the trash talk. That's what I'm looking for.
I felt bad because Mike called me like right before that Florida-Utah game, telling me how excited he was about it. I was like, man, y'all don't match up well with them.
Yeah. And see that,
that's tough because you get excited and then it's 24-3 in the fourth quarter.
But that's what I'm saying, man. Like
with backup quarterbacks.
And everybody in the nation saw that. Everybody bet with Utah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now that it comes down to a rivalry game like Tennessee and Florida, you don't want to believe what your eyes are showing you.
You know what my eyes just showed me?
What?
It looked like a little beady eyes coming out. They were like yellow, and then like the top of a reptile head looked like a dinosaur coming out of here at the lake. Like I think the Gators are circling you, Slay.
Yeah, I wish they would. I wish they would circle me. There'd be another pair of slippers or a pair of shoes or some Sunday shoes or something. Come out here. Yeah, Kirby have a fresh pair. Yeah, that switchblade on deck. Yeah, I know Kirby got his switchblade. We're gang Gator. But this is what I'm saying though, man. Tennessee fans, y'all got to realize, dog, it's come a time, and this is the time right here. Maya Angelou said, if a person shows you who they are, believe them. You got to believe them, man. You got to believe in your dogs. You got to believe in your Vols, but you also got to believe in your opposition. Florida's shown you who they are. They are a troubled team. Their fans are calling in saying it's a rebuilding year. We don't believe in Napier. They're going to get it. They're going to get it together. But then on the reverse side of that, don't have the pride. Let the pride go and say, we're going to lose.
Please come to the stadium this weekend and watch the football game.
Yeah, and they want you to wear blue, which is your team color anyway. Like, what color were you going to wear anyway? That's what I want to know. So, all that said, man, believe what's out there, man. These boys going down to the Rick shop. I know that for a fact. No ifs, ands, no buts about it. I'm just as confident this year as I was last year, and this right here means more than the one did last year. And the Florida fan called in and said this don't even mean that much because they don't believe in Napier. They weren't expecting that much from that team. Well, newsflash, the Vols are expecting much more from their team. We got 2-0 right now. We coming out of that thing 3-0. I said on the prize, we looking for the matchup, man, in Atlanta. It's going to take a lot of work. And this right here, this is how you climb up there. Go spank these boys up in the swamp, man.
You know, from a fan perspective, too, like everyone's like, oh, night game in the swamp. Well, yeah, I guess midway through the second quarter or something maybe.
Cool.
But here's the other thing. Like, you got all day to get lubed up as a fan.
Come on, man.
And just to enjoy the fact that that game's still coming up while you're watching other games. Like, I love the fact that it's at night.
That's the best thing going. That way you can head back to your tailgate at halftime because the game will be over.
You go back to your tailgate and go and chill and enjoy some more brews or whatever. Because we'll still be in there rocking the same way. LSU thought the same thing. Night game, morning game, evening game, afternoon game, twilight game.
I'm glad you brought that up. I do remember last year similar conversations going into the LSU game. And I was a little more tempered with my take on what might happen. And you were all in.
All in on it, man.
An LSU fan would call in and be like, there's no way they're going to do that in that environment. And what happened?
Yeah, exactly.
LSU came out of that thing having a come to Jesus meeting.
Man, and it was rocking coming out of that. And I think that's the
to
same
their credit,
thing.
they started playing better after that little wake-up call.
Florida, here go yours. You got the same alarm clock. They gave it to the Goodwill. You walked down there and bought it. Now it's sitting right there on your dresser, and it's about to ring. So you better answer it because it's the Vols calling, and we'll be right there at your doorstep ready to kick a little butt. You know what I'm talking about? Real simple and nice like. We ain't doing me no harm, man.
What did Fred White say earlier? I hate that building.
I'm telling you. Them people don't like us. They don't like us. That's what it's about,
It's okay for you to hate.
Heck yeah. Hell yeah. That's what it's –
because what are they talking about in Gainesville right now?
This right here? You know what I'm saying? And
or
how
are they talking
coach?
about uniforms they're going to wear like weeks down the road?
That's what the athletic department talking about. they just like, all right, man. Fans ain't with it.
How out of touch was that?
Tone deaf. Got the biggest game.
For those that don't know, Florida released the fact that they're wearing their what is it? Their alligator skins or whatever.
Gator skin
uniforms like down the road. Not even talking about this game.
Like we care. We'll be long gone in the standings by the end for y'all. So we'll be looking at y'all in the rear view. But you got an opportunity, man, to go out here and show out, and I can't wait. This is what it's about. This is what Rivalry is about. Kevin Carter came on and said, we don't like them. Fred White came on and said, we don't like them. The nastiness is there. Is it going to be rocking? You better believe it's going to be rocking. It's the swamp, without question.
31-17, Tennessee.
That's what you're rolling with?
That's what I'm rolling with.
I like it, man. I like it. I'm going 28-13.
28-13.
Count it up, man. Count on the floor. 4 touchdowns, baby. Take it to the house.
We'll be here on Monday to take all of your reaction to Tennessee, Florida. Also, Titans Chargers are the big one. Again, Titans radio coverage on 104.5 The Zone on Sunday. You're showing me the clock. What
it means we have 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Gator belts all around, baby. I'll meet y'all on Monday morning.
There is a 104.5 The Zone Kick Childhood Cancer campaign and an auction online. Go to 1045thezone.com for more details. Our thanks to Scoreboard Bar and Grill at Cedar Creek Marina. For Don Davenport, I'm Brett Doherty. Who are you?
I'm Big Slade.
Big Slade.
Gator Slayer. See you.
Later. Good night. God bless.
Wouldn't want to be.
Miniature 3HL After Party brought to you by Awaken 180.